Welcome back to Carthage Total War, the Epilogue, with me, Squawker. And yeah, this is just really the epilogue. This is where we wrap up anything that's outstanding. The campaign has been won, as we did in the last episode. As you can see, victory conditions have been met, and now really the world is in a way our oyster. And we only really have one goal left to ensure that everything has been satisfied in according to our destiny, and that is the capture of Sidon. That's a key territory for us, mainly because it's our homeland and where we originated. For Carthage originally meant new town, and it was a colony founded by the Phoenicians. But in times our Queen Dido was kicked out, the Egyptians have moved in and desecrated the town, so we're on our way to take it back. So what's going to happen is, over the course of these next few turns, is Admiral Martinez is currently transporting Chryseres over to Sidon, and he will be able to take it within probably a turn once he arrives. So really, it's a case of just playing out the next maybe 5 turns of his campaign, and basically once that's over, we'll have done Sidon and we will have won. So it's going to be one big episode, so this may be a bit longer than usual. Probably looking maybe about a 2 to 3 hour session here. Because I'm going to keep on playing as normal just to make sure, you know, things don't suddenly go wrong for us. Mainly because there will be one big challenge for us to overcome as we do work towards our final victory, and that is the Egyptians have launched another invasion against us, and they are sending everything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to redirect some of my troops. Pharaoh will take his army over to capture... well, actually, we may not even need him. Actually, no, wait, we will. Salamis has a very large garrison, so we'll be sending over a full army to Salamis. So these 2 fleets will be heading over, and they will be dealing with Salamis and all that. But any other troops I have ordered over are actually going to be redirected now, and they are going to be sent south. So Xenophon is his fleet, which is all this lot, are going to be sent down here, and we're going to focus on basically sending in as many troops as we can to bring down the Egyptians, just because since there's so many of them, we want to make sure things remain safe, or else we're going to try and kill off some annoying things. I didn't really go over the final stats for our campaign victory, so I do apologise, that never happened. But I mean, there isn't really a lot to say right now, apart from that we basically won. I mean, if you want our final KD here, it's 684 battles won, or 683. To 217 losses, so yeah, we really knocked it out of the park in the end. Everything has just gone so well for us. I mean, let's face it, we are well above the top now out of all factions in the game. I mean, as you can see, it's just a clusterfuck down there. The Egyptians are now well on their way down. Top 5 actually now is me, Egypt, Britannia, Armenia, and then Scythia. So that's a turn up for the books. But yeah, that's where we leave off at the end. I mean, I'm top, they're bottom, and it took me about 250 turns, probably slightly more. Maybe we're looking at about more 260 turns, but yeah, either way, whatever way you look at it, we won. We won. We are the champions, and we have no time for losers, such as the Egyptians, even though they are now my primary foe. But we are going to just basically take control of the sea, sink all the stuff. Giscon, if you could send your troops down to Africa as well, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, that's our move for now. We're sending additional troops down, and any other troops that are created will now be sent to Africa, just to deal with this merry bunch over here, because we've got a lot to do with. It may actually be worth us trying to avoid dealing with minor armies now, actually. So we are going to pull Balhano back a little bit, just because I want to focus on dealing with this. Actually, you'd be better off heading towards Cyrene. Cyrene's going to become our new holdout position, because we're going to take Cyrene. Amilcus is setting off now with his new army as well, so he's heading down to join in the fight once more. Hiramasino, you want to make your way back into Leptis Magna, and we'll deal with you in a minute. We do have a battle left to fight this turn, which will be the Battle of Cyrene, because there aren't really any others to do. I'm not making any further moves into Asia Minor now. I was really doing this purely to hit, in a way, to hit our 50 province thing, but also just really to basically gain more control of the Mediterranean, which we have done. I don't really have any interest in pushing any further in right now, just because today we're going to really just mainly focus on our main goal of taking Sidon and just keeping the Egyptians held back over here, because we don't want to be losing any territories now. So, that being said, let's just get on with it. So, Admiral Cartena, if you'd like to launch your attack on Cyrene, that'd be fantastic. It looks like Shabaka Soto won't join us anyway, so that's fine. And by the way, we have well over 100,000 now, so I may even try to bribe down one of these armies, which actually I might try now. Just hold your seat for a minute. Tell you what, we're probably not going to bribe off a big army, but you know what? If we can bribe away one of these little trash armies, I'm happy to do that. So let's just bribe him. Let's see how it works. 22,000 to get rid of an army. Go for it. Alright, he's gone. Excellent. You can even try it again if you want. Bribe away another army. May as well just basically use oh, 65. No, that's too much. But yeah. Basically, we even pulled off a nice little bribe. But yeah. With the minor armies, we'll just bribe them away now. We'll just throw money at the problem. Anyway, Cyrene, you're about to be sieged. The walls are already damaged apparently, so this will just be easy for us. So move in for the assault, please, and ensure things are done properly. It is held by Ptolemy Epiphanes on his home, by the way, so it's just a general's bodyguard. So yeah, some sacred band will probably take care of him quite easily. Either way, initiate the battle and have a fun time.
Let us pray to the heavens and then take up the sword and bow. The gods help those who help themselves. And as the battle is joined, remember, my noble soldiers, they have fear in their hearts. Fear of you.
The Egyptians will fear me now anyway, now that I am unquestionably ruling this world. Okay, so we've got our route of attack just basically up that street today, as you can see. So that's going to be our method. So let's have our honor just stood there and ready to go. And basically everyone else gets to be at the back. We will just use... We'll use some Sacred Band to win. 2 units of Sacred Band should be more than enough to basically secure victory today. So you lot get there. And then Onagers, you're here, and let's just make sure this goes along nice and efficiently. So, Onagers, just like to batter away in for my Sacred Band to do the job, please. There we go. Shouldn't really be anything to this, but I mean, the enemy general will basically hold his position until we basically do anything that's naughty. At least basically until we set our foot onto the plaza. So, bringing the wall down should not really be an issue for us at all anyway.
Luck and the gods smile upon you. The enemy walls are breached.
You can bring down that gateway as well, please, just so we make sure it doesn't fire on us. That would be fantastic. But we're not really doing a very good job at firing. Come on, there we go. Right, gatehouse is down and damaged, and we're even trying to batter the gates down now, which I'm not really bothered about. But you know, if you want to do that, then that's fine by me. I mean, I'll see if I get another shot. Good shot. Ooh, you quite missed there. Yeah, right. Right. Use your fire to maybe blow something up if you want. Have some fun, really, I'm going to say. Right, Sacred Band, if we could move in and try and conquer this part of the area, please. If you could basically set yourselves up for some fun, you'll be alright. Artillery is just going to open fire on the city because, well, to be honest, I'm just being petty now and I don't really have a lot to do. Actually, you know what? You could open fire on that tower if you wanted, because that's in my way. So, also, it seems like Egyptian buildings aren't very flammable. Must be something to do with them being made out of stone, really, and mud. Oh well. Can't say I didn't try, at least. Maybe that's that tower dealt with. See if you can blow that gate up if you want. You nearly had it anyway. If you can force the gates open, then that'll just be... Oh, there we go. Well done, right. Go back to setting things on fire then for your own pleasure. But try not to set fire to the armour, and we're done. Right. So we didn't set anything on fire today, which is not really that unfortunate anyway, because maybe it's probably better that we don't set things on fire. Anyway, Sacred Band are moving in to make the kill, so we're nearly there. And then Cyrene Bears, that'll be 51 promises to me. That'll be excellent, won't it? Excellente. Excellente, tantalising, eh? Right, anyway. Sacred Band are lining up now to go in for the kill. So we all ready? We all prepped up? Excellent. Right. Take the step forward, lads. Set a foot on the plaza and you'll get the attention of this loser here. Here he comes. Blowing his little battle horn, thinking he's all special. Right. You lot move in for the kill as well. Just get your spears in there. He will go down very, very easily. We are going to lose a few Sacred Band, it seems, but that's alright. He is a general's bodyguard after all. He is capable of holding his own, and he's beaten. Bring him down properly. Come on. Bring him down properly. I mean, that's a right daft hat he has anyway, so I'd rather his head be removed or take his hat off maybe and he'll die of humiliation. Either just get rid of his stupid fucking hat. Thank you.
Victory lies in your grasp, and there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
Okay, that's one town down to me, and a nice little pit stop built in Libya for me to top my troops up, as you would say. So thank you very much for that. Another territory goes to me, and we will make our hold here against the Egyptians. Exterminate the town just to enforce our will. Rebuild everything you can and initiate retraining. Once we have this town up to scratch, we'll be able to basically have some fantastic retraining opportunities here. So, right. We're doing good in this area now. How close are we getting to sending out another army, by the way? Juba's heading somewhere to do something useful for me. Carthage is getting quite close to having a new army ready, actually. It could really use some more Libyans and skirmishes for when the time comes. Thapsus, you're quite a way away from having a new army ready. I think I have dispatched new troops from Tingi, though. I haven't, but I can, so... But I'll maybe do that soon, anyway. So Tingi is going to recruit a new unit of long shields to go more... Yeah, long shields, please. And then we actually have dispatched troops from Dimidi, so we're doing alright in that angle as well. So basically, we need to just funnel as many troops as possible into Libya right now, just in order to keep the Egyptians at bay, because that's where they're putting all of their military strength now, which is I guess in one way, a good and a bad strategy. Good, it's going to have to force my troops into Libya. Bad, they've basically failed to pay attention to my invasion man and have allowed me to gain a considerable foothold now. So, yeah. But we'll worry about all that stuff later. I need a spy on Rhodes, by the way. So, Theododecles, when you're done ruining everything, can you collect my spy I left here? Who is currently here? Actually, you know what? No, because Bodestat could do... Nah, actually, no. Bodestat, just head over and pick up the spy, please, because I want him on Cyrene, on this area. You blockade Salamis. That's going to hurt the Egyptians' economy. Which, actually, yeah, I mean, the Egyptians will still have a killer economy, but we must have really, really put a puncture in it by taking these towns, because now I have all the lucrative Black Sea trade, more or less, now, so, I mean, hell, we're even trading with Armenia, so, yeah, it's not going well for Egypt now. Right, let's see if there's anything else I have to do this turn then, but I don't think there is. I mean, Balhana, I've had pulled back for a little bit. We're going to hold our position here for now, just in case the Egyptians do get a bit knocked off, but, I may be able to wean a few troops away, so I am going to definitely continue with the creation of troops, and I may be able to basically, you know, chuck them across the Mediterranean, basically maybe have them try and hit from behind the lines, if you get what I mean. So that would be something worth considering. So, Halicarnassius, let's start working on some more cavalry, please. And in terms of, you are building anyway. Sardis, I want you to work on a dockyard, please. Repair any damage except... Oh wait, the councillor's chamber is here, vehicle step. Get rid of that temple to Osiris, by the way. I don't know who that fucker is, but I'm not having him around. I'm going to bar it up here, please, and then retrain your troops for anything that took casualties in a previous battle. Admiral Chermes, by the way, you want to head over and maybe knock some Egyptian heads around? Pergamon, you need to really work on your recruitment, so keep doing that. And Nicomedia, you're sorted for the minute, and you're doing all, and make sure you're doing your repairs as well. You can upgrade your walls actually while you're there, just in case the Egyptians do try to fight back, because you are technically a frontier town. So let's make sure we're leading by example in terms of defences. So yeah, queue those walls up as well, because yeah. If I criticise the Egyptians for having shoddy defences, let's make sure we are leading by example, you know, we make sure our defences are up to scratch. Right, Kydonia, you're focusing on growth right now, are you not? But you can grow, so grow, please! Sparta, you are fine. Corinth, you are fine. Athens, you are fine. Larissa, you can work on longshield cavalry. I'm probably not going to bother so much with construction in this epilogue, by the way. I think I am now just going to play purely towards the recruitment of troops. I think really I'm going to ease off on the general governance of everything. I am just really going to focus a little bit more on really just recruitment and just trying to bring everything up to a nice little neat close, because I don't really want this epilogue to spiral into like a big 5-hour session or something. So it's going to be a little bit more loose on my end now, but as long as things are recruiting really. Batavia, I want your troops moving out now actually, so nothing to retrain is there. No, right. Get your lads down to the south and prepare to be picked up at Croton, please. Simple as that really, so off you go. Right, Batavium's naturally going to suck, so you lot into the town please, just to restore order, and then retrain anything that needs retraining. And start working also with Sacred Band Cavalry and blah 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 blah. Right, and also switch up to a growth build policy. That might also make your lads a little happier. Right. Mediolanium, how close are we to ready? We are ready actually. So right, Mediolanium, you wanna get your troops on the move as well and have them head south. I mean, everyone's on the move now. Mediolanium, if you want to start working on some slingers by the way, just as the interim garrison, that's fine by me. Actually, Admiral Daniel could pick someone up. So, Timmerson, you've moved for today, right? I'll remember that next time, but you could be picked up by Daniel and he can take you down. Right, Sagasta, you hold your course. Gonna deal with you later, Mr. Rebel, but I am recruiting units to deal with you, so you just need to hold off for now. These towns are all fine, except Conduct Redonum, so, Hocus Pocus, Shimley Mocus, work on an armourer, please, or a blacksmith. Right, Oscar, how close are we to ready? Because we've basically got a full army now, or at least, you know, a full garrison. So, let's see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more units. Excellent. Right, well, have some long shields, first things first. And then have these lot join in. So, yeah, you're done. Oscar's new army is ready. So, Oscar, could you recruit a new boat, please? Recruit a Quinquereme. And then we'll be ready to set off. Right, cool. Getting things done now. Right, where are you heading by? We're Balhano, Tunis. You're heading for Carthago. No, right. Can't help but feel you're taking the longest way possible, but then again, we haven't really done a great effort at making Iberia an easy place to get around. So, yeah. Iberia, by the way, work on a scriptorium. I want to continue this governor's education. Corduba, do a siege engineer. I mean, fuck it. We've got the money, so we may as well spend some of it. But yeah, also begin recruiting some more Poenis, please. Right, Tingy, you're fine for recruitment. Serta, you're doing fine. Carthage, you're doing fine. Thapsus, you're doing fine. Lepsis, let's make sure we're having some form of recruitment going on, please. Just because you'll need to be ready for the next person who's coming over for a pit stop. Demidi, let's get some more Libyans up and running, and blah 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 blah. I think that's a turn. Right, excellent. So we're going to move on to the next turn now, and we are going to wait for the Egyptians to come over and say hello, basically, because there's a lot of them coming over to say hello. Spy, if you can position yourself here, and I should have some nice level of intelligence about where they're moving. So yeah, next turn we're going to try and get our spy planted on Salamis, and we're going to continue just observing what the Egyptians are up to, and basically get our big lad one step closer to securing Dido's revenge. For now, let's move on to the next turn and just observe things. And we're chasing down some more fleets, by the way, and we're killing them. We seem to be having a lot of luck with naval stuff recently.
We're surrounded.
So the Egyptians finally grew a pair and decided to fight back. Excellent. I was getting a little bored of fighting them. So yeah, Nicomedia is under siege, so we'll deal with that in due course, because to be honest, I'm not really going to sit around and let them do this to me, because yeah, we can beat that army. Right, editor report, by the way. Even though I spend a lot of money, it all seems to just come bouncing back into my coffers. And the Egyptian forces are beginning to separate out a little bit, so that will make dealing with them a little easier. Jubal, do you want to buy off Captain Ku, by the way, because I'm not interested in killing him. 65 is still way too much. Sorry, I'm a tight ass. Hold your position for now. I mean, what? He doesn't really have troops that warrant me paying that much. If it was an army I was desperate to get rid of, that's fine. But really, that's just more like, it's just like an irritation. It's like a fucking stain in the toilet. Like, it just doesn't quite go away, and you need rid of it because your mother, who judges you, is going to look at the toilet at some point. So yeah. Faction announcements, by the way. Galmacat, Serdspeen Bond, Zeux's Gisco has a torturer, Adabel Abusius, a mining engineer, and Bommelcat Ildera, a priest of Baal. Construction report, New Manti has an archery range. Look, there's a lot of things being built, and like I said, I'm not too fussed about buildings anymore, so yeah, there we go. Recruitment report, yeah, lots of things recruited once more. Too many for me to really go through anymore, because I'm gonna, if I keep speed reading these, I'm gonna blow out a lung. So yeah, right, we've got a lot of Egyptians incoming now. We've got Captain Shabakta, Captain Alexander, mate. Oh god, look, the Egyptians are actually getting a little desperate. I mean, the quality of some of their... I mean, seriously, where are some of these guys dying from? I mean, I don't get this. Are they just recycling their troops that I've killed before, or have they got, like, a really big rebel problem that I don't know about? Because I'm getting a little concerned about the quality of troops I'm facing here, because, yeah. I mean, Bedouin archers... Alright, I know, like, they're cool mercs units, but look, they've only got 16 of the bloody idiots. Then again, some of them do look like they have been a bit battle-scarred. Still... They need to offer better troops for me to kill. Simple as that, really. Right, anyway, Charmendius. Move in and blockade Siwa. And Bodestadt. Move in and make a landing here. Theododecles, move in and wipe these guys out, please. Excellent, at least one of them sunk. And the other one has fucked off. Right, excellent. Right, how are all our other fleets going? Right, Fira, you're heading over. You are the you have a anti-Salamis cruise, so you will arrive in Salamis in about 2 to 3 turns now. Xenophanes, what are you carrying? You are carrying Yihawian, right? Bring him down south for me, please. Bring him to Cyrene, so we'll arrive very soon. Right. Bodashum, you can head south and maybe start causing trouble for the Egyptians. Jubal, what's going on over here? Oh, they're just Britannians. I don't care about the Britannians. They're just my friends for now. Yeah, I think we've pretty much wiped out the Egyptian presence in this area. So, right, you keep heading south. You are not carrying anything, but you can basically come over here and start causing trouble for the Egyptians. Yeah, I think we've got everyone moving where we want to be moving now. Excellente! Right. So we've got one battle to fight at least. Well, we've got a few battles to fight, really. I mean, it's really going to be a lot of battles, isn't it? And, oh, Britannia, don't do the trespassing thing. I'm just kidding, I don't really care. They're free to shift. I mean, I don't really say anything about them shifting their troops through, like, a little corner. So, let them do that. If Britannia was to invade, by the way, that would really be annoying, wouldn't it? Anyway... Nicomedia, you seem to be tragically under siege by some mouth breathers, so get rid of them, please.
Sire! My liege, prepare for battle.
Oh, will this guy shit himself and run away? Nah, he's going to stay and fight, but he's going to get killed. Right, Tahaka, you may think you're brave, but let's face it, I've seen better Egyptian armies in Libya. Yeah, we do have 3 Pharaoh's Guard to strike down there, but usually they get pretty disorganised, but my sacred band should be able to disband them. Quite a few skirmishers who have a bonus against elephants, but I don't have any elephants. I mean, yeah, for once I don't need to be so scared of their archers, because, oh dear, I don't have any elephants. So yeah, maybe I don't have that big cheat sheet stashed away, but I have enough cavalry to give him a headache. So... yeah, it's kind of having to try to fight the Egyptians without elephant support, but I think my infantry can really be capable of doing it. The elephants really are just really what I use as the final tipping over to scare the Egyptians, but usually my cavalry is pretty capable of doing the job anyway. Also, I have a 10-star commander against a 2-star commander, and I outnumber him greatly, and the strength ratio is 2-to-1, so to be honest, the Egyptians may even just run off before I've even got my men arranged. Either way, Didn't I save an episode or two ago? When the fuck were we last siege and when did I last have to sally forth? Well, I guess we've answered the question, because now I actually have to sally forth for once. Still, I guess we have to do it eventually.
On my orders!
Alright, men, I haven't done one of these in a while, so basically the gist of it is I'm going to get you all out in the city, out in the field really, ready to do your thing. So let's gather up on the plaza, because the plaza gives us relatively easy, well, gives me an area to control my men. The enemy has no artillery whatsoever, so that's going to make getting out easier for me. For some reason though, artillery has a hard time fitting through gates. Maybe we shouldn't design it to be taller than the fucking gates. That always irks me for some reason. But either way, artillery, I'm going to position you here. Try not to blow up my own walls, but if you can try and get a few hits out, that'll be fantastic. We're going to use this area of our wall as our main holding area because it's kind of a trap for the Egyptians. So we're going to have our Poenis here. We're going to bring the Sacred Band out second because they're a little lower in number. So I don't really want them just getting bombed quite early on in the battle. Sacred Band, you're here, and then Long Shield, you're here. So you guys just be there, and then General, you will match alongside the Sacred Band actually, so you lot just all go there. Libyan Spears, you'll be dealing with any cavalry that occur, so you just be ready as well. Slingers, you're in on this one as well. Skirmishers, can you just watch the walls up here for the minute, just because there may be a use for you up there. Right, either way, let's get to work, because there isn't really a lot to say about this battle. We're going to get out of the city gates and do our thing. Artillery, open fire. Poenis, make your formation here, please. Like, just... I basically want you to stretch out from wall to wall. But it looks like the Egyptians are coming over to say hello anyway, so they're a little enthusiastic, but at the same time, they're going to be a little bit dead. Slingers, get yourselves on the wall nice and quick. I think we have an opportunity to cause a little bit of trouble for the Egyptians here. Artillery, focus fire on something that's a little further away, please. Focus fire on those skirmishes, because they're far away. So that should give us a chance of hitting something. Yeah, I don't know what the Egyptians are playing at here. Skirmishers. Maybe you want to get yourselves a little closer to the gatehouse, please. That might be a better angle and a better opportunity for yourself. But, yeah, our gatehouse right now is just raining arrows down upon the Egyptians because I think like I alluded to in the beginning, they're mouth breathers. They're a bit silly. They're a bit daft. They're a bit clueless. Skirmishers, I would recommend you make your formation not directly in the line of fire my artillery, by the way. It has a tendency to be clumsy. Make your formation here and then prepare to fire upon the Egyptians. Artillery, I'm not seeing a lot of firing, by the way. Can we try and get some shots going out, please? Please? I mean, you're not essential, but, you know, the more shots you get out, basically better. Slingers, make sure you get up there as fast as possible, please. Skirmishers, what are we up to here? We are getting into position, but can we do it a little faster, please? Right, anyway, Poenis are flooding out of the city. It looks like we may be caught in a few engagements, so which is a little concerning. But with the missile support we're getting from the city, we may be able to tank this one out. So, Poenis, if you could just please do your best. Artillery, if you could please just do anything at all, or for now I'm going to cease your fight because I don't want you engaging at this point. Right, how are we doing over here? We've got some guys doing a crab walk for some reason. We are really just still waiting on men and getting into position. Right, Slingers, start hitting those Pharaoh's guards. They're isolated. They're a perfect target for you. Get to work on it, please. There we go. Right. There we go. Right, we should be able to get a few hits on them. There we go. They're coming down. Right, Slingers, keep that work up. Right, you get in there and attack. You form up here and prepare to attack. We've got the Egyptians trying to force our hand here, so we're gonna engage them. It's gonna be a bit of a messier engagement. I wasn't really expecting the Egyptians to be so aggressive because usually, I mean, basically, to my knowledge, the last time we started forth, even against the Egyptians, usually just run to the other side of the battlefield and wait for me to come out. But because I want to, I mean, this is becoming a big habit of the Egyptians. They like to get aggressive, which is odd, really. Right, skirmishers. What are we able to hit from here? Not a lot, right? Tell you what, since our artillery's gone quiet, you can make your way over there, and you should be all right there. Skirmishers, keep hitting there. You don't need to be no, no, no. Slingers, slingers, slingers. Get a brain cell, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Back on the wall, please. Alright, you lot, get in there and engage the Pharaoh's guard. They've dropped their arrows, right? Slingers, have you got a clue? Do you know what you're doing? Because what I want you to be doing is basically beaning these people. You've got a perfect opportunity. I'd rather you didn't waste it because, well, there we go. Because right now, that's what I want to focus on. I just want to focus on getting these guys completely wiped out. I mean, that's what I want to happen, but now it's getting a little too intense. So tell you what, Slingers, make your way over there now. Join the skirmishers. We're going to try and attack on that angle. Right, we're getting a few men into an organised position at this rate now. Looks like the Egyptians are beginning to run. So, right, lads, should we try and reform our line and make sure we're ready to deal with the Egyptians? I know they've tried to knock us off balance, but overall we've managed to hold out. It looks like my trap has worked, but I really didn't think it was going to do anything anyway, because I just said, oh, fuck it, we'll deploy here, because it's basically a killing bowl, thanks to my tower and my gatehouse, but it looks like the Egyptians really are dense enough to fall for that kind of thing. I mean, even the Brutii don't usually do something so brain dead, but, well, this is Egypt we're talking about here. They're not the smartest of the brunch. I think these guys prefer to do everything through raw power and brawn. Right, anyway, skirmishers, I'm sorry to run you around everywhere, but it looks like the Egyptians are beginning to make a run for it, so I'm going to bring you down to the ground level now, where you're going to be a little bit more useful to me. Slingers, I'm going to keep you where you are, though, as in, can you watch this corner here? But because you may be able to do more good up there. Guys, I have seen better formations. Come on. Have a little bit of pride in your work, lads. I've got more troops on their way out to give you a hand now, because the Egyptians look like they just want to remain aggressive. So if that's what they want to do, then so be it. If they want to actually make a battle line, that's fine, because I am the aggressor after all. So you know, Egypt, the ball is sort of in your court to defend against my sudden aggression that I'm doing against you, but yeah, you guys just really are fucking knocking it out of the park with your straight up idiocy. Skirmishers, change course, deal with those Pharaoh's guard. They're right in your ballpark. They're yours to play with, really, or whatever. Look, let's just face it, these guys are too stupid to use a war problem. Look, play with a general or something. If one of you kills the general from the walls, I will be really proud of you. So there we go. Spears are going out, and blam, 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 blam. Got at least one of them. Next time, make it a general, or I'll tell you what, skirmish for skirmishers or something. Either way, this is your perfect opportunity to just basically blam your ammo out and basically get some really good kills. So I just recommend doing it now, really. I mean, there we go. Tell you what, go for the desert axes now, or whatever you can. Some units are out of range a little bit, so go for anything that's in your range, lads. I don't want you absconding the walls, really, though some of you are, because, well, yeah. I mean, you lot definitely are throwing your spears, at least I hope you're not. I mean, yeah, they're just sat there being silly. Either way, all skirmishers, tell you what, on the walls properly, come on. Oh, get up there. Right. Poenes. The enemy has made their move, so what I want you to do is I want you to swing your formation out a little bit, because I want to get the cavalry out now. And it seems having you move actually sends the Egyptians into a massive freak out, so tell you what, hold your movements. It looks like all we have to do is move 2 inches and the Egyptians are going to just tire themselves out. So, let's see what happens. One of you just go and kill that guy. I don't want him just stood there. Get rid of him. Come on. Let's just watch this thing blow up. There we go. That was beautiful, right? Just sweep into the rest of them. Look, they just blow up if you touch them. They're like really badly made props or something. Poetes, I didn't really want you all to go forward. Come on. Be a little bit more sensible now, right? Skirmishers, they've expended all their ammo, so make your way to the centre of the city or something. Slingers, position yourselves there, fire at will, and try and do something useful. And that's those chariots gone, by the way. Well done, chariots. Right, Poenes. As we planned originally, let's start swinging that formation out and get ready. Sacred Band, if you could watch this flank, please, because that's where we've got enemies incoming. Alright, you ready? Stop! I keep trying to fake these guys out, or at least they're trying to fake me out or something. Cavalry, are we exiting the city at any point? They are on their way. At least I hope they are. Yeah, they are on their way. Right, they're about to exit the city. Libyan spears, by the way. You want to come out and join as well, because I might have a use for you. Oh dear, they joined in when I hadn't had my spears. Oh, wow, he was a bit flyer there. It's alright. We'll hold it. We're still in range of the towers after all. We're not leaving the range of our towers. I mean, seriously, these guys are still getting knocked out by my towers. They're on the run. Excellent.
He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
And now I actually have a question in my mind. Do I even want to chase these guys down? Because honestly, these guys barely even tried this battle. Honestly, they didn't, but yeah. They're on the run. Right, Poenis, moving and just closing on those chariots and kill them off. They're not worth it. I mean, they're trying to retreat, by the way. They're absolutely trying to retreat, but it seems like horses have become paralysed with fear, so I'll just have to there we go, motivate them a little bit. I mean, that's how to get your chariot unit wiped out in one go there. Right, cavalry, move in. All cavalry units are to move in and try and just basically kill what you can, but it looks like the majority of them are going to escape this time around. That's a shame, but at the same time, I think the Egyptians have been a bit crushed here because they have just, well, knocked it out of the park, really. This is a new low for you, Egypt. That is your most embarrassing defeat to date. Don't forget to write when you next arrive or something or whatever.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
It's not even decisive. All we literally did was just basically look at the Egyptians funny and they just basically fled. Right, I'm not even interested in reading the stat. Nah, I'm just going to read them. There's your stats if you want to read them, but let's face it, my men did fuck all. It was honestly the city defences that did more than anything because, yeah,
victory.
that was just a new level of incompetence from the Egyptians, right? Nicomedia, if you could just retrain your garrison and then await further orders, please. Right, cool. What else is on the plate then for this turn? Well, on the plate for now is we are going to deal with Shabaka Sutur. So, lads, if we could get out there, we're gonna bring this guy down once and for all because last time he tried to do a runner. So this time, we're gonna make sure he goes down properly. Except he's gonna run like a coward he is. Right. No escape. Come on, he's got to go down. Okay, so we're going to bring him down this time. So basically he hasn't even replenished his troops. It's literally what was left from the last time we faced him. So we've got a few Pharaoh's Guard, a few Nubians, a few Desert Axes, and a couple of chariots. Honestly, his army is pretty broken, but we'll pretty much attack it with our normal formation. But to be honest, our artillery will probably be able to pound the army into the dirt before we even let the Poenis near him. So yeah, this isn't going to go well for him.
The smell, worse than any camel, is the enemy. Fear has unmanned them. Fear of you, oh brave warriors. Fear of you. There is no shame in being scared, but fear should never be your master. Now cheer, you noblest of men, and sound the advance.
Alright lads, let's get going once more unto the breach or unto the hills in the desert. Right, Sacred Band, you're the front line, so prepare yourselves to make your advance, please. So there we go. Right, artillery, get yourselves ready to do what you do best. Slingers, you know what you're up to as well, so let's have you there, and then let's have two of you, by the way, space yourselves out like so. You two also space yourselves out like so, just because there is still a unit of chariots, so let's just make sure we're ready to catch them out no matter what they do. General, you're leading the Sacred Band, by the way. That's a nice grey hairdo you've got. I'm guessing time's starting to catch up with you. Elephants, you're here. There are Pharaoh's bowmen present, but to be honest, there's so few of them, we may be able to get away with using you quite early on. Skirmishes, you are in the back, or Libyan mercenaries, whatever you like to call yourselves, but I'm still referring to you as skirmishers because that's what you are, but you are bloody good skirmishers, right? Right, men, I don't think there's really any question on what we're going to do today. Basically, kick this loser out of my lands for good. And this time, try and kill him. Last time he slipped away before we even got that chance because he's a bit of a coward. Artillery is firing at will, by the way, so it will take its first shot soon. But it looks like that's where the Egyptians seek to make their line. Let them make their line first, because actually, yeah, they've wandered into the range of my artillery. Perfect. Target the Nubians, please. They're the dead centre unit and the biggest target, so they should be your priority. Let the artillery do its part first, and oh, those were two poor shots. Oh wait, no, yeah, they were poor. Come on, artillery, we can do better than that. But yeah, we'll let the artillery and the missiles do what they need to do first, then we'll move in the men for the ultimate destruction. But basically, my goal is bring down that general. He escaped me last time. I will not. Oh, there he goes.
God smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose hard.
Well, I guess it's better than you running away again. And it guarantees that you can't run away, because this time you died. I'm trying to work out which corpse is his, actually. I guess it's the one at the back, really. It's the one with a nice beard. Then again, you all have beards. Stupid beards, really. I don't like these beards. They're stupid. Either way, he's one of these guys, and, well, we can just write him off as dead. I think... Actually, I can't see one. Which one had the stupid hats? Oh, well, whatever. Look, he's dead. End of. Ding dong. Witch dead. Right, artillery, keep it up. You've pretty much done the best thing you can already, because now the rest of these guys are probably going to run pretty easily, but... Oof, those Nubians are going to be non-existent by the time we even get into this battle, aren't they? I mean, come on, you're doing fantastic now, artillery. I think you're going to make this too easy for me, in fact. But, oh, there goes a chariot as well. That's always brilliant. Oh, Nubians are getting a bit more wrecked. Oh, dear, dear, dear. It's not a good day for the Nubians. The Nubians. Would actually go for Pharaoh's bowmen, but that means moving the artillery and lazy as well, so I think for now let's just focus on bringing down the Nubians. Without their infantry, the Egyptians are very weak anyway. I mean, basically got nothing to make a front line with, and it'll allow my cavalry to sweep over them relatively quickly. And the now spears aren't doing too well either, and the general's bodyguards has taken another hit. It's actually amazing. We're basically hitting anything in the extreme front or the extreme back of this formation, but we don't hit anything within the middle apart from a few of these stupid slingers. Right, artillery, you've done a magnificent job. What did you do today? Let's have a little look. 27%. Excellent. You may return home. Right, artillery, Sacred Band, you know what? We're going to make one formation now. The Egyptians simply do not have the numbers to pull off a flank today, so we're going to open our line up. Cavalry is just going to keep a watchful eye out. Slingers, move in and counteract their slingers or something. Just get yourselves up and at them, really. And Libyans as well. Let's make sure you're on the move as well. Or at least Libyan skirmishes. Right. Excellent. Everyone has an order now. Okay, everyone's getting ready to attack. Elephants haven't come in there yet. But, you know, elephants, make your way up this flank, because we're going to do something to bring those Pharaoh's bowmen down quite quickly. I mean, they're already on the move, like the annoying knacks they are. So, right. Slingers, your target is basically to snipe the Pharaoh's bowmen while the Egyptians just basically fuck their own formation up with their chariots. They are so well known for doing, but looks like they are sending a few units in to cause me some chaos. That's fine. Either way, start smacking away at those Pharaoh's bowmen, do what you can, or better yet, deal with whatever's left of their infantry. Either way, just hit what you can. The more you hit, the better you've done. That's my new catchphrase, isn't it? Right. It isn't really about hitting them, it's about killing them, really, but either way, their armour is taking quite a smackaroony. Even now starting to hit whatever's left of the general's bodyguard, because, well, they've come forward as well. If they want to do that, that's fine by me. But it is a bit suicidal of them. Right. Sacred Band, let's move forward a little bit, by the way. Libyans, let's also move forward a little bit. We can't have you that far back. Elephants, you can start making a bit more of a direct approach. Skirmishers, I'd recommend turning around at this point. Guys, turn around. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Get to the back and let the Sacred Band finish the rest of the work. Try and get yourselves over there where you'll be a little bit better off, or at least, well, actually, we've done it anyway. Right. Keep hitting those Pharaoh's bowmen, lads. We're gonna bring them down very nicely, aren't we? Very, very nicely. Okay, Sacred Band, if you want to move your formation a little closer, let's just keep the pressure upon the enemy now. And I don't think there's really that much else to do really with these guys. I mean, yeah. Actually, we've got a lot of stuff coming out. Right. Slingers, get back. The enemy chariots will just crash on our formation anyway and just blow themselves up. So they're still remain relatively ineffective against us, but you know, don't want them to get the false impression that they're a very unit. Elephants, they're starting to open fire now upon the enemy. Let's get you moving in a little faster now. I think we can bring you in to finish this fight off. The Pharaoh's bowmen are still hanging around and they're still up to no good, but at this point I'd say they don't stand on much of a chance really. We could probably get in there and hit them before they could even get their first volley out. They are sending the general in to disrupt me, so that's a little annoying, but right, slingers, keep yourselves off to the flank please. Right, elephants, just push through the formation, just push through, and basically, yeah, we pushed them into a mega rout. The elephants were the bomb that finished the Egyptians. There's only one unit left in, and that's just a few chariots. Right, slingers, keep yourselves away. I don't want you getting hurt now, but then again, you've now got an opportunity to give them a little bit of a hit, so see if you can hit them. But elephants, if you want to try and bring down a chariot, then you can do that. I mean, they're flimsy enough that if you step on them, they'll probably go down. Oh, you actually made the guys fly out, clean out of their chariots. Well done. Alright, slingers, call it a day.
Running from the battle in terror.
Still, this is the outcome I wanted the last time I fought this Mr. Shutter. He's dead and buried, or at least, well, he's dead and crispy fried. And basically, his men are now in disarray and will hopefully no longer bug me ever again. Or they will ask me for 60 grand to fuck off, and I will say I'm not paying that price. That is far too much. Like seriously, that is just a extortionate price to pay. Not paying that.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
Excellent job, men. You got your kills, you did very well. Let's see that Shabaka Sutter no longer exists. I mean, he has less than 100 men, so I assume he'll be zapped off the campaign map for good. Excellent, perfect outcome. Okay, make your way back into Cyrene, retrain whatever was lost, and prepare for further orders, please. In terms of temple, by the way, let's erase whatever temple they've decided to build here, which is Athena for some reason, okay. And work with that. Now, if you do notice a bit of chipping and chopping in this episode, it is because I am recording this epilogue over a few sessions of playing the game. This is really just to prevent any audio desyncs, and also because I've actually been recording for about 5 hours solid today, so I am now very tired. So, I will return in literally a second through the magic of editing to continue this episode, but it's just so you're aware if you see things are slipping and sliding around, but I'm still going to be playing away, fighting for Sidon to execute Dido's revenge. In a few turns' time, we'll have finished it for good. Right, let's keep the momentum going and keep on battering and buttering and snottering and slowing down those Egyptians while we make our way to our final goal. So, where the fuck are we up to? Now the reason I do say that is because once about an entire 24 hours has passed, but Captain Kool-Aid. While I am beginning to lack troops on this army, I want him gone actually. We can go back to Cyrene for reinforcements soon, but to be honest, where's Captain Shabakata going to go? He's not going to make it towards us, neither is Captain Alexander, Captain Nakrak, don't have a chance. Balhana, I want you to move in and deal with this little upstart now, because let's get rid of him, because I'm not paying like 60 grand to eradicate him. We'll add in those mercs, because I'm starting to get some nice appreciation for these Libyan mercs. So make your way over to Captain Koo, see if you can take him down. He is retreating naturally, but let's just make sure. Yep, we're still in the good zone. Okay, move in, engage, do what must be done, and we can keep on pressing our, well, not really an advantage on the Egyptians, but, you know, we're sort of like, you know, keeping the pressure up on them, keeping them busy, keeping them tied down, basically keeping them dead. Anyway, so let's just jump into this one. Balhana brings his just under 2,000 men, so Captain Koo's just under 600 men. Key units to be watching out for: Baran Nile Cavalry, they are slightly prickly, and a few chariot archers. They can be a little annoying, but my Numidians may be able to give them something to be distracted by. 2 units of bowmen as well, one of which is a Pharaoh's variety, but in terms of mainline phalanx, they've only got 1 unit of Pharaoh's guards, so we should be able to over-encompass it very quickly. We just need to be wary of the chariots trying to sneak around, but we can present a wide line today, which should be able to keep them in check. But strength ratio is 40-9 in my ratio, so to be honest, there should be very little margin for error, and we should try and really keep the casualties on my end to a minimum. And once this war is over, we will make alliances. So maybe once I have the territories I want, maybe I will consider making some peace with the Egyptians for now.
Today is a good day to die, but better still to live and tell our grandchildren of brave deeds and braver men. Now, take up the sword, pull on your armor. We go to test our courage in the fires of battle!
Alright, let's get going. Right. So, we've got a bit of a hill today, which the Egyptians will most likely be taking advantage of. We've got some rocks. Naturally, we don't want to deploy over there, because that's where we're going to really just have a long march up. So we're going to deploy up here. Poenis, I think you may be capable of carrying this one in a way. So I'm going to make you the front line. So I'm going to approach this how I approach for Romans this time around. So this time I'm going to have a Poenis lead from the front, and I'm going to have the Sacred Band at the back. Bit different, and it may mean that my line doesn't look as wide, but we can put a unit of Libyan spearmen on each flank as well to keep them in check. Elephants, you're at the back. Armoured ones, you know what, I'm not going to use you because I'm saving you really for a bigger army. War elephants, you'll be in on this one. There are Pharaoh's bowmen to worry about, but we should be able to try and get those guys knocked down. General, you're of a Sacred Band cavalry, so you guys keep them there. Long shield, you're not going to be much use, but I may be able to use you just to pick off a few retreating units. Iberians, you're at the back, you're a reserve unit. Libyan skirmishes, you're here, you're providing your assistances. Remove your skirmishing policies. Numidians, I'm going to put you there. You're going to try and flank around and hit the enemy cavalry. Onagers, you're going to be at the front, so we're going to do our initial strategy of trying to just give the enemy some firings to worry about. So we'll pop you here for now. And then Slingers, you're at the front doing what you do best, which is throwing stones at the enemies and usually killing a whole bunch of them off. Right, so we've got everyone in position now for my little attack on the Egyptians. So yeah, I've kind of changed the formation up a little bit, but to be honest, this is really because I want the Poenis to take primacy today. I know they can struggle against Pharaoh's Guard, but since we have the opportunity to just surround them and maybe just batter them away from with elephants, the Sacred Band don't need to get themselves too involved today. That's what my thinking is. So, without further ado, let's get this battle on the road, and they are a bloody mile away, and they're using those rocks. Okay. Not really what I was predicting the Egyptians to deploy. I was really thinking they were just going to deploy here like a somewhat intelligent person would, but instead they go here. Now it looks like they are trying to press some sort of advantage to try and get me on the flank. So Libyan spears, let's straighten out our formation, prepare for any kind of incoming flank. And Sacred Band, if you could do the same as well, we'll make sure we're ready to counteract this. Onagers, you prepare to open fire upon the enemy, because it looks like you are eyeing up those chariots or those cavalry, so have some fun with those guys if you wish. Slingers, let's see, where are those enemies going? Right. Slingers, straighten up here as well. We'll try and get some shots out. And, oh, we scored a hit. Excellent news, lads. Right. Long shield cavalry, you go there. What? I mean, armoured elephants, pull back a little bit, please. War elephants, pull yourselves over here. Armoured elephants, you can pull really more or less to the retreating line at this point. I don't really need. Well, it's not that. It's not. Don't need. It's more like don't really necessarily want you involved in this one. Alright, you lot as well. We're gonna basically curve our flank out a little bit. We're gonna basically we're sort of funneling in a way, but we're basically giving the AI. Well, not the AI. You know, we're directing our enemies. We're trying to give them limited opportunities to make their way into my formation. We are going to target the Pharaoh's Guard because they're really the biggest threat that we're dealing with. But then again, bringing down those archers is always tempting. So I might put a hit out on the Pharaoh's bowmen, in fact. Looks like the enemy is going to try and use their artillery today, which could be a slight concern to myself. So, cavalry, let's be ready to move out and try and intercept that artillery once we have an opportunity. But for now, I'd rather hold position. If the enemy tries to use our artillery against us, however, we may need to start coming forward. But for now, let's just see if we can get one or two successful hits out on them and give them basically, you know, a bit of a thrashing. And also depends how the enemy chooses to use their artillery. They may try and just use it as standard rocks, which then don't really confer too many kills against people. I may try and snipe out my artillery. But we'll just... Oh! I thought we could hit it there and try and blow one of them up. That would be brilliant. Right, artillery, keep it up, but I'm not going to say I'm like... Not like... Whoa! Oh! Ah, damn it, we missed. Well, we didn't miss, we took out loads of fans, but right. Let's keep on double speed. I want to observe where their artillery is going. I need to find an opportunity to bring it down. And that opportunity could come a knocking. They are being a little... that he's down. They're being a little courageous with it. I mean, they're putting it way at the end. And, oops, I didn't mean to pause it. Yeah, what are you up to, Egypt? Right. Target their artillery. I think I sense a plan brewing. I also sense that the Egyptians are coming over to say hello. Slingers, you know what you're doing. Try and get a few slings out before you can. I'm going to recommend you guys maybe move back though, because the Egyptians may be coming over, but it looks like we've got a few missile attacks out. So slingers, tell you what, hold your position. We may have an opportunity here. Target those chariot archers, see how many you can bring down. If they're going to hold their position there, we've got an advantage. Artillery, change your focus to try and hit those Pharaoh's guard, please. Because I'm not gonna spend ages just trying to snipe their artillery, or I could maybe give it a go, but it might be advantageous to me really. Yeah, artillery, can you have one go at trying to snipe out their artillery, please? If you can do that, then you've really done it for me. But right, for now, slingers are bringing down those checks. They're bringing them down quite effectively, actually. And oh, there we go. One down, one to go. Right, give it another go, artillery. I'm trusting you on that one now. Right, bowmen have come into the field. Slingers, how are we doing? One of you is doing really well on shouts. Can one of you come forward and start harassing the bowmen? They're pretty unarmoured, so they won't do well, and that's no more artillery for the Egyptians. Excellent. Return to using fire shots and target the Pharaoh's bowmen, please. And may as well just wipe out all the engineers while you're at it as well. You are brilliant, aren't you? Right. Either way, we're starting to get a few shots out against the bowmen. They're getting wrecked. Excellent. The Pharaoh's bowmen will be a little harder to take down, but I'm not too bothered about it. Slingers, don't bother chasing after that, single chariot left? Wow, that is not good for them. Egypt, you really have cocked your advantage up there with those, haven't you? And oh no, I've turned around. Right, guys, turn face, give them a good shot. I do notice a few arrows are flying my way, by the way, so I think it's those chariot archers up there. Where are my Numidians at? Numidians, let's get you in this one now. Make your way forward and prepare to cause some trouble, please. Because my artillery is just about done for the minute. It is still firing. So, Numidians, I am going to be putting you sort of out of a frying pan and into the heat. But if I could get you behind those rocks, you may be able to fire uninterrupted. Slingers, don't get too ahead of yourselves. You're doing a fantastic job of just basically giving the Egyptians loads of shit. But I don't want you putting yourselves in unnecessary danger. Alright. Numidians, I want you to try and get some shots out against those Pharaoh's guard. I'm going to be wary of our artillery and... Oh dear, the artillery's stealing your job, isn't it? I'm going to be a bit wary of where those Nile carry going. I don't... Oh, yeah. Need to be just a little bit cautious about where things are going. But that Egyptian chariot archer seems to be coming over to say hello. Bring it down if you want, lads. So to be honest, I think you'll have a pretty good chance of doing it. I mean, oh, come on. How did he survive? Oh, you made it round. And there goes the captain.
God smile upon you today.
Right.
The enemy general has been killed and his men lose hard.
Get a go out against those guys. I'm not sure who's shooting you. I suspect it is those guys over there, actually. Oh, no, those are just skirmishes, right? Those Pharaoh's bowmen or whatever. Archers, yeah, it's the archers. They're having a go at us, right? Right. Get some momentum going, because you've been noticed by the cavalry anyway. Try and get that cavalry back towards my line if you could. Or even better, in the path of one of my fire shots, but you know what I mean. Just keep the enemy cavalry moving. You seem to have its attention, or even try and pull off a couple of shots against it, because, well, they're in your range, aren't they? So, you know, that's always good for us. I mean, there we go. Starting to bring one or two of them down. Some of my guys haven't fared too well either, but it's all relative at the end of the day. Ooh. There's going to be barely any Egyptians for my elephants to play with, are they? This is just a good example of just using missile attrition just to absolutely wreck your enemy, and well, I think that's just how you have to kind of play it with Carthage. I mean, I guess really I should try and give my final thoughts on this faction by the end of this episode. And really, I mean, like, Carthage is a pretty flexible civ. I mean, you do have opportunities for using a few tactics at your disposal, especially since, you know, it kind of adds up to skirmishes versus slingers, but the lack of foot archers can be a bit of an issue for some, I guess. I mean, if anything, actually, the lack of foot archers makes it a little harder for Carthage to counter elephants. But then again, skirmishers can be reliable against them. I don't know. I've never really noticed skirmishers bringing elephants down quite efficiently for me, but yeah. And again, we usually just have the elephants just stomp on them before we even have a chance. Alright, Numidians, get moving back because the Nile cavalry is getting pissed off again. They're after you, and also the enemy bowmen are also trying to get at you. Anyway, it looks like we're out of ammo, so I guess we've got to bring this line forward now. So, units, begin moving forward. Slingers, I want you to move forward as well and find something to target, but we are now at that point where we are going to bring down this enemy. Libyan spears, I want you guarding this flank here, please, because, to be honest, at this point we have pretty much castrated the enemy's mobility. They are down to a unit of Nile cavalry, and the rest of it are just archers and skirmishers, so to be honest, we are in a position where we are going to easily outmaneuver. Oh, Numidian, I'm sorry, you're out of ammo, right. Hold your position for now. Yeah, I think you're done for the day. Anyway, if we could just, I mean, how are we like for archers now? We've got the Pharaoh's bowmen still alive and kicking, so, right, slingers. Now I've had one of them go for the bowmen, like the regular bowmen. Actually, you know what? Slingers, give those Pharaoh's bowmen something to worry about, because you know what? I trust you guys to bring them down, and also they are going to start just basically sniping my Poenis. They are still pretty effective archers. I mean, it seems like the Egyptians are trying to step up their game recently in the use of them, but there we go. A good volley of skirmishers, or at least a good volley of slingers. I will never stop mixing those two up. A good volley of stones basically seems to be relatively effective against him, and actually they're going to bring in a weaker unit to take its place. Alright, you trying to tempt me or something, Egypt? Well, temptation taken. Tell you what, spears by the way, where are my spears at? I know I've kind of just diggled you, but you know what, can you go make your formation over there? I think you're going to be better off over there, that's where the enemy's going to try and flank us. Right, oh, don't need to retreat just yet, slingers. I was getting a little worried that the enemy was going to try something against us, but if you could just move up there, you guys can try and hit the Pharaoh's bowmen again, and I think we'll have ourselves an opportunity. See how good this volley goes. Yep, that's a couple more of them down. Right, keep it up, lads. It seems our volleys are pretty good for, well, giving them some hell. I mean, I guess really, but the advantage of slingers is it's pretty direct and it's pretty fast, and also slingers carry a hell of a lot of ammo as well. I guess that's really where slingers come into their own. They're just not really good against armoured targets. I mean, I know Pharaoh's bowmen are armoured targets as well, but let's face it, they're not shielded targets. I think a shield could easily basically deflect a stone, but yeah, we've got them in a bit of a tizzle right now. Right, can both of you just focus fire on bringing down the? Actually, no, one of you bring down the skirmishers as well, because they're going to fall down so easily. So there we go. Just basically take out big chunky bits of the enemy. Still got a couple of. Alright, there's the rest of the bowmen. That's where the Pharaoh's Guard have assembled. Alright. It's just all missiles and cavalry there. So tell you what, Poenis, could you bring your line over here? We'll finish those guys off. Libyans, could you form up behind my slingers and prepare to execute the whatever's left over here, because it's just cavalry and missiles. Libyans, can you also, Libyan skirmishers, can you also make your way forward? Because I'm going to use you as well. Right, either way. I just love it when a good plan comes together and we will get to watch the enemy just get taken down remotely. Don't have to lift a finger, basically. Well, alright, we're lifting a few fingers in the fact that we have to keep picking up those stones to throw at the enemy, but you know what I mean. We're giving them a hard time. Looks like they are a little wary of what I'm up to as well. Slingers, can you just come forward just so you're not going to commit any accidental friendly fire, please? Just get yourselves up there, please. You lot keep targeting those Pharaoh's bowmen. You've near enough got them down to nothing, and I think they're going to panic and run anyway. I mean, we've got those guys panicking and running now, so don't bother with anything that's running away. You lot adjust your line to face this way now, because it looks like the Pharaoh's Guard are trying to make their excuses and leave. And oh, there goes more of the General's bodyguard. Right, we are doing fantastic now. I mean, seriously, barely a melee engagement in this fight, and the enemy is what? How dead are they now? 73% dead. Excellent. And that's the Pharaoh's bowmen gone now as well. They've given up. I'm loving where this battle is going now. Right. Oh, not you, by the way. Don't you guys bother moving up. I didn't mean for you to do that. Just reform, please. Slingers, can we move up? We're going to target the Pharaoh's bowmen now. Or at least the Pharaoh's Guard. I mean, look. We've routed them with missiles alone. That is by far the best outcome we've ever had in a battle. I mean, it's even just like a fucking minor skirmish, but you know what? This is just like such a good bloody outcome. I mean, we've broken them down with just basically missiles alone, and that is just like so fucking amazing. I've got these guys wavering now. I think I'm taking a few hits of my own, and we win.
Drive them from the battlefield.
Bring them down, lads. Give them a couple more stones. Numidians, could you just come in and do what you need to do? Cavalry, they're a little far away, but if any of you can catch up, that's fantastic. And slingers, we can call it a day now because yeah, we had 2 losses. I think I accidentally stunned 2 of my guys in that, but well, they were worthy sacrifices because yeah, Egypt's got absolutely fucked in that battle. Right, come on, you've still got things to do, lads. I know some of you guys are having a bit of a weird session of being confused, but I've still got many Egyptians to bring down. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, get a shift on, lads. Who is slowing your formation down? I don't know why we've got some guys running all the way over there. What, they're writing to home or something, right? Come on, oh, guys. Right, these are not the most effective mercenaries in... Come on! Stop starting! Come on, guys. Be a little bit more efficient, please. I mean, look, the general's fucking catching up at this rate now. General, target those onagers, please. Oh, hell, even the longship's catching up. Right, guys, get moving. You, come on. Guys, this isn't very funny. You've got to be more organised as a unit, lads. That was pretty shabby there. You're letting a lot of enemies... I mean, oh, come on, don't let them escape. Come on, lads. I want that army wiped off a campaign map, but to be honest, it probably will be. I think we've shown them a lesson in fear.
Victory lies in your grasp, and there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
Numidian mercenaries, I'll deal with you later. That was pretty shabby, your final performance. But either way, yeah, we lost 13 men. Like I said, we were going to keep casualties and margins for errors to a minimum, and I think we did a very effective job of that.
Victory!
Okay, Balhano, you did an excellent job. Make your way back to Cyrene for retraining and reinforcements, please. Amilcus is on his way in, by the way, for another day at the office. But I think we are getting close to the end of his turn now, so we are pretty much going to do some administration. I've got Juba and Heemsel all making their ways to their lovely new jobs as well. So, let's just quickly double check that everyone is doing what they need to be doing and are running efficiently. Bodestadt, you're dropping off my spy. Theododecles, you're going to try and deal with some Egyptians over here. Chermes, try and see if you can intercept some Egyptians over here as well, please. Right, Rhodes, you're building, you're fine. We can use you for additional naval recruitment once that dockyard's up. But yeah, tell you what, start working on some triremes. I need additional boats to keep things running here. I suspect the Egyptians will be back to say hello, because we did drive back one of our armies back to Ankara, so they're going to return. But for now, could I use Halicarnassus maybe for a bit of building? But then again, no. Right, we'll wait till we have a shipwright up in Halicarnassus before we use it for naval stuff, because I'm not just making a fleet of biremes. That's wasting my time. Keep recruiting a couple... Actually, no. Do we want points? No, I want Libyans. Get a few Libyan spears, please, and get rid of... I mean, the guys who are probably recruiting, by the way, are probably not Libyan at this point. They are probably Asia Minor spearmen, but basically they are my standard issue Carthaginian spearmen. An auxiliary, if you will. Maybe we are adopting 1 or 2 ideas from that dead Roman Empire. Anyway, Pergamon's going to upgrade its temple now, so that's absolutely fine by me. In terms of recruitment, get another unit of Poenis out. We've got any fleets nearby to deal with the local Egypt, by the way? Let's get rid of these guys. Thank you. Admiral Nekatanambo. Is Nekatanambo dead? Get your way to Pergamon for replenishment, please. Right. Dicomedia, you should be fine, by the way. So we are just currently building some stuff up. Excellent. Right. Sparta. We can do a little bit of additional recruitment. Sacred Band, you. Get some cavalry out, you. More cavalry, please. By the way, Corinth, anything for you to build? That's interesting to me. Secret Police Network, not really very interesting to me then. Same goes with Sparta, really. And you, where are we up to with you, Pharaoh? You're carrying my troops for Salamis, so you'll be arriving in about 3 turns. You Teenies, you're carrying Chryseres' host. It's going to be quite a few turns before we arrive, but how long is it going to be until we make final arrival in Sidon? Looking at 2 turns from now, 3 turns from now. I'm looking at about 4 turns, really, before we arrive in Sidon. In terms of how long we have to hold Sidon, by the way, because I was going to make that rule. I'm basically going to be from when we take it to whenever Capua surrenders. I think that'd be a nice little time frame, depending on how long that takes. Probably add up to about hold it for 3 turns, which, to be honest, I'm very confident in doing. We do have Captain... what's your name today, Captain? Captain Ami... What is it? Ami Tomato? Amiateos, he's on his way, as is Captain Sekwemi. I'm happy that more Egyptians are heading up to Asia Minor, because then I can deal with them. And my spy can basically gauge when it's going to be best for me to strike at Sidon, right? So yeah, you towns are alright. Larissa, I always have things for you to do. More Sacred Band. Go for Greater States, by the way. Fuck it, I have the money. Thessalonica, let's upgrade your secret police, and then work on additional Poenis. By Lazara, we are so close to completion now. Get an additional unit of skirmishes out, please. And then I think I'll do 1 more unit of longships. There we go. Right. By Lazara's army's nearly done, and we will send that up to Asia Minor as a reinforcing army. Or maybe even to Africa, but I think Asia Minor maybe where it's going to be best used, because I could basically establish a fort to monitor any incoming Egyptians. Right. Larissa, you're sorted. Firmon, Apollonia, and Salona are fine. Segestica is fine. Levavum, let's start working on a marketplace. Patavium, you are fine. Erimnium, you have recruited sufficient units, I think, now to deal with those guys, but to be honest, yeah, we have recruited. But because I'm lazy, get a unit of slingers, because nothing pleases me more than watching an enemy army get fucked up by slingers. So that's just for my own sadistic pleasures. Ooh, what agent do I have lurking here? Oh yeah, my useless diplomat, right? Well, you can stay there. Execution Square in Tarentum, please. Just because public order is slipping towards the lower end of 100, so let's just make sure we're going to nip that in the bud. We're working on a temple in here. Retrain your fleet, by the way, and then work on some additional Sacred Band cavalry. Romeo, we can work on some additional Poeni if I want to, and I do want to work on some additional Poeni, so please do that. Aretium, a couple of slingers, please. And Segesta, I'll leave you alone for now. Mediolanium, you can start recruiting additional cavalry, or even do an onager if you want, yeah. Right, in terms of armies moving around in this area, I think we're sorted. Giscon is bringing his army down south. Hannibal is not transporting an army. Hannibal, you may be able to turn around and maybe pick someone up, I don't know. To be honest, there's no point in me blockading Capua, because, let's face it, the rebels don't trade around, so can you just make your way to Rome? And Timmerson, do you want to board up with Daniel? And we can get you heading over to Africa, so there we go, right. So you're going to arrive in a few turns, so that'll be excellent. And then Captain Bifes, you head down to Rome, and I'll have a fleet ready to pick you up. Right. Cool. Right, you. I keep looking at you every time, and I keep wondering if I'm ever going to bother dealing with you. The answer is probably not, but then again, I am recruiting a few troops to deal with you. Yeah, these 2 towns are fine for a minute. Captain Zeuxis, keep moving. I'm tempted to actually maybe send you to Levavum instead, though, because I want to get Levavum bigger. It's not that I have anything to fear from the Britannians, because once more they are very, 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 well, not very friendly. They're very neutral towards us, but you know, I think we really just have adopted the attitude of live and let live with the Britannians. But you know what, you, Mr. Useless, just have one more try at trying to, you know, extend some friendship. I mean, the Britons are nice enough to give me money every now and then, but I don't really need it. But you know what, if we can try and maybe just strike some sort of, you know, written agreement to say we're the best of friends, then that would be agreeable. Condé and Lamonum, you two are fine. Labo, you're fine. Captain Akha, you are getting quite the army at this point. I think I have additional troops heading up for you. So we'll link up here. Oscar is working on a boat to ship you off to Africa. You, Balhana, you're heading for Carthaginian. I think I might call it a day on recruiting in Iberia now. I think we may have enough troops. How's my budget going to account for additional unit costs, by the way? I mean, what am I paying in army upkeep? I am paying well over 100 grand per turn now in army upkeep. That is pretty steep. But I'm still 20,000 in the black, so I can still afford expansion of the forces. But I think just to err on the side of caution and just to make sure that our wealth remains prosperous and somewhat infinite, I think I am going to call it a day on Iberia for now. If I suddenly do need a need for units, I can just, you know, snap my fingers and say, right, Iberia, wake up, get recruiting. All right, Tingy, anything interesting for you to build? There are a few things for you to build, actually. Let's start off with a foundry. Let's improve the quality of troops you're producing for me. Serta, we can get to work on you, though you also have Viadecles LOL moving in. Oh, he can get mercenary war elephants. Ooh. Except I don't need mercenary war elephants. I can just recruit my own war elephants. But Balearic slingers. Always get me some Balearic slingers. I love Balearic slingers. Alright, cool. Right, so work on some regular slingers as well to complement them. Upgrade the Balearics as well, please. And we are building great states to deal with our population problem. Down here, we definitely need cavalry now to support our army, so let's work on that. Over here, let's get some additional Sacred Band and men await further orders. You two know where you're heading for. One's for Demidi, one's for Nepta. Demidi, by the way, we can get you working on Scriptorian. No, work on Royal Cavalry. No, actually, no, do the Merchant's Quarter. Yeah, do the Merchant's Quarter. And recruit some war elephants, because I'm just telling you to do that now. Nepta, your money's bottomed out. I'm a little worried about that, but you are getting a governor, so that might be able to put you back on a straight and narrow, but you are imminently going to grow, so that's excellent. Lepsis, you're fine as well. Right, everyone knows what they're doing. I think we've pretty much fought all our battles. We've dealt with here. We've got Cyrene under our control. You lot have expended your moves. We're holding position up here. Fleets are incoming for taking over other towns in the seas, so I think it is time that we just move on to the next turn and observe how the Egyptians are going to have a big paddy about how I'm absolutely ruining everything for them. Right, no reaction from the Egyptians today. Let's see whether moving about. Looks like we have quite a few incoming to be annoying. We've also got two new characters, Shabakta and what's that? Deju Times. They're all coming in to say hello. We've got, ooh, hello, Captain Sekwemi's getting big. He's a big boy now. Ooh. Also, we've got Captain Tears on his way. So, I'll be an army that I look forward to dealing with without elephants. What do we know about Captain Tears? Pretty weak. Cool. Right. Looks like the way is open for us to continue our attacks against the Egyptians. So, let's just quickly jump through our notifications first. So, minor money loss this turn. I did spend quite a lot on construction, so that is understandable. If I was to do nothing this turn, how is holding up though? If I was to do nothing, we would actually be up nearly 50,000 denarii. So, that is excellent. But Numantia has grown, so we're going to upgrade that to a Councillor's Chambers now. I am happy with that. And Condate Redonum has also grown as well. Condate Redonum, you are a nice little up-and-coming city, so we're going to work on upgrading that as well. Okay, and Tara, are you ever going to grow, by the way? Oh, by the way, get rid of that. Let's go with... Oh, you are ready to grow. Right, get that Governor's Villa up, and then get Baal. No, don't do Baal, actually, no. Let's do Milcat for the trade, because I'm going to do that. Right. Most of that faction, by the way, has gone to Egypt. That's a lie. Faction announcers Melkapat Sika has been born, and Carthaphorus Iledra is now of age. He is currently in Numantia. He is a 3-star commander, but he's lazy. He's also testy, but he knows about logistics. He's also quite sharp. He's a confident tactic, but he's a bit of a perv. Right, guess you could be a commander then, my dude. Tell you what, that army doesn't have a commander. Captain Akhat's army. Get over there. Rendezvous with Captain Akhat. You're leading an army. And I lost the other faction announcements. Fuck, right. I know another guy came of age, so If we run across him, we do. It was something... Actually, he was one of the bullers, right. Where are the bullers on my family? I could just actually go for here. I think he's this new guy. A Huron buller or Kyrian buller? Which one of you's young? Who's the young buck of... Are we in Libyan? I don't know. Where the hell are you? Right, it's Libyan, right. So yeah, looks like it's Kyrian because he's early 16, so... He's an indifferent builder, by the way, which makes it harder for him to build things that make Squalor go up, so that's already put me off being him a governor. He also and he's got an one-sided talent, which actually makes him more of an ambusher than really a commander. Still, I guess I'll have to find a room for you to do some commanding votes. Well, Zeuxis Gisco is already first in line for commanding, so you can lead whatever I produce in Libyan. That will be suitable enough. So have all these towns continue working on additional units, by the way, because we need these armies up and running. Right, construction report. Not a lot, actually. Thapsus has a new scriptorium, and Kydonia completed its governor's village. So well done, Kydonia. Upgrade your port, and then we'll start upgrading everything else. Right. Recruitment report, by the way. Tingy some long shields, also some Quincorium, Certus, some slingers, Missile, some slingers, Leptis, Magnus, some sacred band, Patavium, some sacred band, cavalry, Arindium, some slingers, Bilazar, some skirmishes, Thessalonica, some Poenes, Aretium, some slingers, Rome and Pergamon, additional Poenes, Halicarnassus, some Libyans, Rhodes, a Trieme, Nicomedia, a Libyan spearman. Right. Excellent. Let's get everything else moving now. So, Bodestar. Drop my spy off here, please, and have him do what must be done. I need him to be observing Salamis, and big garrison. Well, I say a big garrison, it's all friggin' Nubians, so big garrison, but at the same time, garrison that's gonna be fun as fuck to squash, so that's good for me. Bodestar, deal with Admiral Neferet, by the way, make sure he doesn't get in my way. And then move in for a blockade, right. Theodecles, move south. We've got more Egyptians hanging around here, so let's start getting rid of them. Let's start policing the waters and basically move in to dominate the Eastern Med, because that's what we're basically up to. Charmendius, initiate the blockade of Libya. There we go. Now everything's going in my way. Right. Rutinis, you're still carrying my lovely army of Chryseres. Keep it up, and we will arrive in... Well, it's looking like it's going to be 3 turns from now when we'll be arriving. Thera, you are taking time now, and you are making time your ally, and that's narking me a little bit. I kind of want to do Salamis before I do Sidon, so could you please get a shift on? I will actually double check your army is suitable for dealing with millions of Nubians, and to be honest it is. Plenty of artillery to squash them with, plenty of cavalry to flank them with, plenty of Poetes and Sacred Band to absolutely thrash them with. Yeah, we'll do that, right, we'll win. Right, Xenophanes, you keep moving, try and get your armies dropped off here, please. Admiral, whatever your name is, keep moving. Hannibal, you are not carrying, so just keep moving. And yeah, I think that's everyone moving in a direction that is suitable for me. Giscon, keep moving, please. You can drop off here. I don't know why we're having to do all these squiggly lines as we sail around, by the way. I think we're getting a little bit drunk in a navigator's room. Right, anyway, we've got a few Egyptians to deal with, and once more, they're doing that really annoying thing where they try and pair themselves up. I don't really like doing that. I feel like doing a joint battle against many Egyptians could go wrong, because the Egyptians are a faction who rely on mobility. I say we make a line here and we attempt to lure an enemy away, but at the same time they're preventing you from reaching reinforcements. Balhana, I may need to send you home, so for now, can you pull back and we'll try and keep ourselves in a position where we can deal with the Egyptians locally. By the way, here, what temple is up and why isn't it a temple of Baal? Well, we're working on that anyway. We're getting a dockyard done first, right? Because I want those sacred band replenishing, and I think I may need to do it via the old-fashioned way. So there we go. Right. Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with Egyptians in pairs. So next turn, maybe able to do with Nakrank unless he triples himself up. But for now, don't want to play with 2 of them at once unless I can get 3 armies on them. Basically, if we're going to fight with multiple armies, I want to outnumber the Egyptians, because then that's going to hinder their mobility, which they always use. And if there's more of them than there is of me, they're going to mobilise, stop me, choke me, and finish me. Right, Juba, where are we going with you? You're heading off for Demidi. Keep moving up to Demidi, please. You should arrive in a couple of turns. Heaps full, you're heading for Nectar. You may be heading for different territories, but I've now just basically decided for you, so just get to the territory you need to go, because Nectar stack to lose money, and I want to make sure that town is remaining on the path to prosperity. Right, keep working on additional sacred band for me, and yeah, I was going to really, I think it might be a battle-free turn for once. There's nothing to do up here, so yeah, let's just administrate the turn, because that's where we're at. I mean, I know the Egyptians are basically trying to put the thumb screws on now, but then again, Juba, why don't we try and bribe an army out of existence? It's going to be a very high price to pay, but I have the money.
Speak with them at once.
How much to get rid of you? Right, this army won't do it. Right, try Captain Alexander. Maybe he's a little less loyal. No, right. Neither of the Egyptians are interested. That doesn't surprise me. I think we have to deal with it when they are considerably weakened. I could really use getting an assassin in the area as well, really. I think an assassin would be good for lumping these guys down. So, recruit a new assassin from Cyrene. I'm going to use them to try and strike off a couple of these Egyptian family members. I think that will be most advantageous to myself. And like I said, I think we are just going to administrate the turn now. So let's just get on with it. So Halicarnassus, let's keep on recruiting. Let's get additional Libyan spears, please. Rhodes, let's keep building up these triremes. Sardis, just hold off for now. Pergamon, let's get some cavalry on the way now. And Nicomedia, you're good for recruitment, actually. I'm not really bothered about sending boats up into here. I'm not really interested in dominating the Black Sea. I mean, obviously dominating the Black Sea would be great, but I feel like my attention is needed elsewhere, unless you do want to do it. I don't know, there's a lot else. Right, you know what, yeah, recruit a trireme and have it scout out the Black Sea. If we have an opportunity to maybe hinder the Egyptians further and maybe blockade whatever the town of Pontus is called, then, well, it's just my way of pissing them off. Right, we're good here, good here, good here, good here. Thessalonica, let's work on additional Poeni. By the Zora, we're nearly good to go. Got a few rebels in the area. Captain Apis, and that is technically Thessalonica's problem. 3 units. Right, what have we got here? Change that for a unit of slingers, and then we'll go on the next turn. Right. And, oh, got another one. Right, who are you? Caneus of Piraeus. Right. Sounds like pirate town. Right. Apollonian, you're not really very capable of fielding a garrison, are you? So, well, you're not really capable of fielding a very effective garrison. Right, Larissa, yeah, send those troops out and that'll be probably enough, actually, no. Once you have that next sacred band, I'll send out Larissa's garrison to deal with that. Right, good, good. Levavum, good. Patavium, let's keep working on some more troops. Get more Poenis, please. Arimnium. Send these troops out now to deal with Captain Callus, please. Let's get him over and done with. So let's just move in, kill him, and then he's out of my hair. Right, Captain Callus has 481 men. I have 591 men. He is a Hastati, a Town Watch, and a Velites. Let's watch them get shat on by my slingers, and then we'll watch them get absolutely wrecked by everything else I'm going to throw at them today. And remember to be prepared when danger is nearby, because obviously if you get caught with your trousers down, that's humiliating.
The smell, worse than any camel, is the enemy. Fear has unmanned them. Fear of you, oh brave warriors. Fear of you. By tomorrow, our sword arms will ache from overuse!
Yep, but we don't really carry swords once more. We're more of a spear-orientated faction, but you know what we mean. Okay, right, enemy's probably going to deploy a million miles away. I know how they think, so guys, some marching may be involved, but we don't really have a lot to do here, so let's get going. Told you we'd do this right. Where have they deployed? Halfway up a mountain, of course, because we're going to have to walk there. Okay, slingers, we are going to pick on the Town Watch today. I know they have shields and stuff, but to be honest, they'll be funny to watch die. Spears, get yourselves there. Cavalry, get yourselves there. This is the most annoying kind of deployment, by the way. This shit better not be a thing in Medieval 2 as well, because this is honestly the fucking stupidest way to deploy. Because seriously, you guys are hovering, and to be honest, I don't think you guys will have very good footing on a mountain. You are basically climbing a mountain, so I have a hard enough time just walking up a fucking small hill on bloody Medieval Engineers, and you know, we've got these guys doing this shit. Medieval Engineers is a fun game, by the way. You should try it out. It's I honestly thought the game would be like fucking boring when I first started it, but honestly, it's actually quite enthralling. Needs a lot of work on it though, but you know, it's still early access. Space Engineers, on the other hand, my god, that's a fun game, and I've kind of overloaded that game with mods. But to be honest, I'm going to probably start playing it again. I actually like to build my fleets out of factions out of Rome Total War, so I'm probably going to start a new world and start building like what I'd like to think would be Carthage's space navy. So yeah, in the far future, after this campaign happens, we basically build a space navy and rule the universe. That would be cool, because we'll call our frontline ship the Slinger ship or something, and it can basically fling space stones at the enemy, or asteroids to be more accurate. Anyway, we're getting into position. How are we doing for stamina, lads? Because we are walking up a hill, and that is always fucking fun. We are beginning to lose some stamina, but at this point, oh no, we're being hit by velites. Yes, of course, because they have range on us, because they're at that stupid friggin' hill. Right, guys, you're gonna have to just tank it. Just tank it. We'll deal more damage to them than they'll ever do to us. I mean, Town Watch are beginning to go down, so that's fine by me. The velites have decided to deploy really weird, and some of our stones are actually getting through them, so that's fine. Just keep it up, get rid of these weird brigands. I mean, seriously, for Romans are now classified as brigands, how amazing is that? I'm trying to think they could do their last stats against me and all that shit, right? Keep it up, lads, keep blattering them with stones, and then we'll see how ready we are to deal with them later. Looks like the velites are fighting back. You would think the velites would be targeting this unit of cavalry that I'm not doing anything with, but then again, these guys are a bit special. Anyway, bringing down these guys quite efficiently, and their velites are either dead or are they out of ammo? Yeah, they're out of ammo. They're down to their swords. Good. So yeah, they did a bit of damage to my guys, but let's face it, we have way more ammunition than they could ever have. So with time, we are basically just battering and wearing their unit away. As you can see, it's still going down. I think overall we will come out as the victor in terms of who's got the better missiles, because I said so. Keep it up, lads. Keep it up. Right. Poenis will be dealing with the Hastati, by the way. I mean, I'm just basically giving them the opportunity to rest up, because walking up and down hills is a bloody great big pain in the ass, especially when the hill is this steep. And what I don't want to happen is men just dying of exhaustion, because that can happen on this game. You literally can have men just go down on the field because they're too tired. Which, you know, I guess kind of makes sense. You know, and your body does have, you know, its physical limit of what it can do. And, oh yeah, looks like the slingers are doing more damage than the velites have achieved. I mean, those town militia, or town watch, sorry, are just about gone. I mean, what even are these guys? I mean, what, they've got a shield and a spear and then a cape? I think they are some sort of, like, fucking cut-rate Batman or something, right? Either way, keep them down, lads. How many stones we got left? I mean, seriously, it's just, you would think also at this point they would have, like, ran forward and maybe tried to charge me or something, rather than just stand here and let this happen. But then again, I've probably made this point a million times, and let's face it, it never really changes. Right, slingers, you've done an excellent job. Right, Poenis, move in for the kill. Cavalry, move in for the kill. I mean, yeah, we're going to lose some stamina. Like, oh, that's kind of tragic. But look, guys, I have my faith in you. Cavalry, bring down everything. There we go. Cavalry's like a fucking nuclear bomb. But, guys, try and focus on things that are Hastati, right? Now go for the rear charge, and kaboom, we won.
The enemy flee! Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
Ah, some of them escaped as well. I thought we were going to go for a total domination there.
Sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Well done, lads. Nice and efficient. Took a couple of losses because the enemy decided to deploy up this stupid hill, but you know, at the end of the day, we still won. We still brought down that enemy, and that makes me happy, happy, happy. Right. Get yourself back into Arimnium, Captain Timerson, and get you whatever you have retrained, and then begin working on additional cavalry, please. Right. Arretium. More Sacred Band, if you may. And in terms of building, I'm not really interested in building. Right. Rome, we need more Sacred Band cavalry, please. Capua has 7 turns left till it surrenders. Tarentum, you are fine. Croton, you are fine. Where are we up to with you, Captain Byfees? You are going to board up with Admiral Philosia, and I'm going to send you south now. So if you could get yourself south, and then we can actually, you know, I've got an idea. Go to make a pit stop at Libyan. You're gonna be assigned a commander. Did I have someone else heading south as well? Or is he already like set sail at this point? I think he's already set sail, hasn't he? Right, that's cool. Right, so where am I off to next? I'm off to, well, Sicily's dealt with unless Libya has anything to build. Work on a scriptorium if you want, or even better yet, Great State. Nah, do a scriptorium first. Let's try and raise our men to be a little better. Chryseres, you're fine. Parma, you're getting a little wonky, so do some elite cavalry stables if you want. Abscantius, you're so good at managing, by the way, but for some reason your public order isn't doing too well. I don't know why. I mean, I've got your public order. I mean, I've got your taxes at like the bottom of the scale, and yet you're still kind of. By the way, what temple is that? Why is it up there? Get rid of that shit. Come on. Make it to Tadden, please. Right. Let's start working on some second bank cavalry, please. Lugdunum. Let's work on. Wait, we don't do anything here anymore. Labonum and Conde are fine, by the way. Oscar, we are going to get you wrapped up with your new general. So, tell you what, Captain Akat, you need what? 1, 2. You're only going to get 3 men now. I want some cavalry in there. So, take the cavalry and a. Actually, no, take a cavalry and a Poeni. And taking an extra long shield. Alright, that's cool. Alright, you lot, can you make your way to Carthago? No, because that's going to be where I source troops from now on. And Chryseres, you will link up with the captain next turn. So you be there and ready to go, and then you'll be on board with Captain Balhana, or Admiral Balhana, who will also get a triene for his troubles, right? Yeah, so we're not really recruiting here anymore, except for Scalabus, because, well, we enjoyed a short-lived peace in Scalabus, and now we're getting fucking cranky again. Spare troops here, by the way. I think it's time to do another peasant train. Right, get moving. I'll find somewhere for you lot to go. Tingy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good to go. Right, head off to Carthage to be assigned to a new army, and then start working on additional troops, please. Right. Cirta, let's start work. Oh yeah, we've pretty much got enough troops here to send off, by the way. Get this lot sent off to Carthage, please, and then prepare to die, because, well, I'm just going to put your taxes down, aren't I, for a little bit. But do please begin recruiting additional Sacred Band cavalry. Carthage, you're fine. Thapsus, you could build Ludus Magna. If a Hadrumentum family is going to expand, I may as well get that built. I mean, it's kind of weird that now, actually, after basically now that we're pretty much big enough to stand on our own 2 feet, we actually now bother to look at education. Oh well, that's what happens when you basically, you know, we're at war, but let's face it, are we really trying in this war anymore? We're getting by just fine now. We are making the effort on this war, you know. I'm making sure that we do have sufficient men doing their tasks. Right, anyway, I think that's where we are going to call it a turn, so we're going to jump on to the next turn and observe the Egyptians once more. See if we try and spread their troops out in Libya, because right now I don't want to deal with them in that state, unless we can try and sneak around and find an isolated member like Mr. Nakrank over here. He may be an ineligible target, but for now, we're going to move on to the next turn and observe the enemies. Right, looks like one of the Egyptian armies has decided to engage us, and they're playing right into my hands. They're splitting up. Now, I probably should have put Balhano a little closer to Amicus, but we can worry about that later. For now, Alexander has come a-knocking. So, his army is, once more, a bit mixed, but because that's what the Egyptians... I mean, fuck, they've got peltasts. But it looks like his main line is going to be Nubian spears. They're okay. They are pretty vulnerable to slingers, very vulnerable to artillery. They won't do too well, and also very vulnerable to elephants. I mean, yeah, they don't really have a lot. Poor morale is probably what lets them down the most. Quite a few chariots in the mix for pretty much 3 full battalions. And he's also got quite a few desert axes and for some reason 5 bald peasants. So yeah. He also does have some camel archers, which will be a little weird to deal with, but we should be able to deal with them okay. As well as some Arab cavalry, but they're so little that they're not really going to be worth my time. A few Nile spears as well and a few Pharaoh's guards, so he's definitely bringing a lot of phalanxes today. But apart from that, the rest of it is supporting as a little naff. Strength Fortune is 2-1 in my favour, so I think if we dig in, put up a good defensive line, and make sure we don't let the enemy seep around the edges, we should do okay.
Many brave soldiers have seen the dawn. How many will see the sun sing in the west? How many of the enemy already pray for night? We go now to our bloody business!
Right. The bloody business of today is bloodily killing a lot of Egyptians. Right. Let's keep this one going. I like my final boss out there, but at the same time, they're kind of a crap final boss. I don't know. I'd say the final boss was Sonic the Hedgehog 1, but I'm gonna just admit now that shit killed me a lot when I was originally playing that game. Because, well, let's face it, that boss can kind of fuck off, really. And it was actually quite interesting that they used it in Metallic Madness and Sonic Mania as well, because at that point, I could originally beat it. Like, I was thinking, oh, shit, I can do this. And then it pulled out its second phase, and I was just like, oh, great, I'm fucked. Anyway, let's not talk about Sonic Mania today. That's for another day. I don't know why I started discussing it. I'm just very unfocused sometimes, I guess. Libyan Spears, we're going to do it like this. Once more, we're just kind of curving out, going for our usual hammerhead. Now, we are outnumbered on the phalanx situation for definite. That's where the elephants are going to have to come in. They're going to have to do their part today. For now, I'm going to have them lurk over here. But cavalry, while you are... I mean, I appreciate cavalry. We're running low on you now. But you will definitely be on call to try and weaken and distract enemy archers. Same will go for the Numidians. Heavy Onager, you're there, you know what you're up to, and Libyan Mercs, you're going to be here as well. No skirmishing from you lot, by the way. And Iberians, you're in reserve. We'll just have you there, guard, and you know what you're doing, right? So I've gone for my usual sort of like curved out hammerhead formation just to try and absorb the enemy as I try to flank around, because you know I am a little wary that there are a lot of chariots. I will admit, this battle does have a potential to go a little bit awry. While Nubians are weak and don't really last long in battle, the Egyptians are basically trying to throw their numbers at me in order to get an advantage, so we need to be wary of that. But let's see how we can cope against them and initiate this battle. And they are very... Didn't we just fight our battle over there, actually? Literally, we are next door to our previous battle. I've just realised that. Yeah, so yeah, we haven't really had a lot of movement on that angle. Alright, Numidians, I want you to try and move around. We've got the chariots incoming, and they're trying to cause me some trouble. Onagers, can we target the Numidians, please? Or better yet, the Pharaoh's Guard. You just managed to smash something over there, some desert axes. They're all fun and games to kill. And right, that's the desert axes gone. Right, slingers, target the chariot. Hold a guarding formation, though. I don't want you chasing things. I want you to maintain your composition. Now, why the enemy is more interested in my cavalry and my elephants, I will never know. But here I am making this nice formation for them, and they just go and piss off over there. Right. Well, we'll let them do that for now. If they do want to start chasing down my units here, then so as the elephants could probably suplex slam them, but let's for now play this to my advantage. This is an opportunity to just basically get a load of free hits out against the Nubians. Slingers, let's get you out of there just for this second, because I don't want you getting in trouble. The Egyptians have just sounded the advance. Yeah, they're just full on going for my units. Right, cavalry, pull back. Elephants, pull back over here. The Egyptians have gotten distracted and are going very weird on us. Desert axes are just coming in now to give me a piece of their mind. We managed to bring quite a few of them down with my slingers. Guys, I'm going to recommend you pull yourselves out of that fight. Let the Sacred Band missiles take over. Right, they're out. Right, slingers, return to the field, please. Make it quick. Slingers, start battering them down. Artillery, you know what you're up to. Elephants, if you could get all the way over here, please. That's going to be fantastic. The enemy has gone weird, and we're going to have to adapt our strategy. I think what we'll do is we're going to cannae it. We're going to swing our formation round in order to deal with the enemy. So let's start pre-cannaeing now. Start swinging out our formation over here. Artillery, target whatever's in the middle of our army, please. Anything that's basically in the direct middle. Right, what have we got incoming? Pharaoh's Guard on Poetes. That's not the best matchup I've ever had. Nile Spears on Libyan Spears is not a good matchup at all. Right, Libyans, I'm going to recommend you maybe bank away. I mean, I'm trying to see if there's an opportunity for you to get into some. Right, do the Arab cavalry. They're dealable with for now. Slingers, keep it up. Get into position and keep up with what you're doing. Right, Spearmen, get yourselves away. I don't want you fighting us now, Spears. They're chasing you right now. It's a bit peculiar why we're doing that. Numidians, I know I haven't micromanaged you, but it looks like you're having a bit of fun over there. Keep it up. Spears, keep yourselves on the flanks. Iberians, hit those guys in the back. You may be able to give me a bit of an advantage there. Sacred Band, turn face, deal with those Pharaoh's Guard. This is going very awkwardly now. But at the same time, the enemy does not seem very committed to using their archers. So elephants, let's prepare to flank. I think we need to get you in this battle, because I'm losing my chariots now. Well, I'm losing my slingers to their fucking chariots, and that's never pleasing to me. Right, guys, let's get ready. Right, elephants, it's going to be a bit of a sacrificial charge, but can you try and throw yourself into the side of their army? War elephants, pull around, try and get into those Nile Spears. This is I am hardcore risking a berserk here, by the way, but if this goes well, we'll win. Because right now I'm losing a lot of men to routing. Right, armored elephants, I want you in those Pharaoh's Guard. Cavalry, let's get moving. I need to find and isolate any archers that are going to try and cause some trouble for us, because these war elephants are going down like there's no tomorrow right now, and that's not good for me. Right, they've routed. Right, I'm okay with a rout. It's not a berserk, but at the same time I have basically flattened my own Sacred Band there, which is not really the best idea I've ever had. Right, elephants, keep moving, keep the momentum up. Right, Iberians, what have we got over here, as well as Libyans? Right, reform and prepare to attack. I'm losing a lot of men right now, and I'm losing a lot of elephants. I've pretty much lost all my elephants here. Right, this is not going well. Right, I need one of you Sacred Band to lend a hand here, because right now I'm still losing too many men. Libyan Spears, get in there and deal with these guys. Numidians, get in there and deal with them. I need to reform my line and prepare to deal with this enemy, because right now I am not in a fantastic position. Onagers, shoot whatever you can, please. Don't just stand there and just stare. Keep hitting. Right, you guys, get in there, do something. Right, what do I still have? I have some Libyan Spears. Right, try and find something to kill. You lot, get in the back of there. General Balhano, I don't want you dying unnecessarily. Don't engage a spear unit at the front. That is just suicide what you're attempting there. Right, some of our elephants have now berserked. That's dangerous, because they're going to head right for my slingers. Right, keep your distance from the elephants, please. They've gone off on one, and I do not need you getting involved. Guys, turn around. They're turned and faced. That's not an engagement I want now. I only want to hit them if they're basically back facing me. Right, you lot, form up here and get ready to deal with the enemy. We've got a lot going on here, and none of it is good for us. Right, try. Oh, hang on. I think the Egyptians are retreating. I think I heard a retreat. Right, get on with it. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I just heard someone say head for the hills. The Egyptians could be breaking, but I don't trust them right now. Oh, that's a general gone. Excellent. Right, artillery, I want you to call it a day now, unless you try and hit anything going that way. that's fine, because all I have here are reserves and basically broken units, as well as berserking elephants. Right, guys, if you're still in this battle, try and get in. General, try and reform yourself in the centre of my formation, please. I may be able to get you up to something there, but it looks like for now the Egyptians are breaking up. We may be able to bring this one home. What am I fighting over here? What have I got? Right, desert axes. Right, and actually we've got a mix of everything. Right, you guys get in the side and get helping. Libyan, actually no, General, come back over here. I need you over here. Right, cavalry's chasing away whatever's left, making sure it don't come back, because right now it is still extremely delicate on whether or not we could win or lose this one. Right, lads, get in here. We need to break the Egyptians once and for all. We need them routing permanently. I think they are beginning to rout, but I don't trust their motivations. Guarantee me that they are going to run and break, and then we've got this one for good. But for now, I think they're going to try and stay in this game, but this one is coming right down to the knuckle. Right, cavalry, return to the centre of the battlefield, please. We've got things to deal with. I'm definitely sure now. I heard one of them say retreat. Right, the Egyptians are on the run. Right, units, give chase. There's still way too many of them alive for my liking, and we need to bring them all down. Units, try and deal with whatever you can here as well. I've got these guys trying to just bull rush us for some reason. Slingers, engage. This is such a strange battle. This was definitely chaotic. I think the Egyptians caught me off guard by what I did a bit foolishly with my initial deployment. I shouldn't have deployed them so far away. Numidians, keep trying to get some hits out, please. Use your javelins as much as you can. It's a very, very close victory today. But I think, actually, I'm not sure how bad my losses were. I think really the majority of my men routed, but either way, I think losses are serious enough to guarantee that we must head back to Lepsis now and pick up some reinforcements, because we have got many a dead soldier lying on this field today, and all the other previous fields we've been fighting on, but these aren't really fields, these are more sands. Anyway, they're trying to run back to the previous battlefield. Well, go chase them down. They can go there if they want, but not a lot of them are allowed to go. It's limited admission day or something, so we'll have to forcefully cut the numbers down. Right, cavalry, come on. Get in there and get a nice back charge on them. Come on. Oh, come on. That was not efficient, right? Get yourselves out of engagement, because they're going to lower their spears, and that's where things go wrong for us. Let them go back into running. Let them run again. Keep your distance. We may have just made them just stay. Right. What's left? What's left? What's left? Pretty much all I mean, God, there's... I know they're just Nubians, but there's way too many enemy units escaping me today. Cavalry, keep moving. I need everything taken down. Right. I think we have pretty much called this one a victory. Cavalry, get around the back or something. Either way. They're falling back. Right. Either way, victory is ours today. If only by a sword edge. Or a knife edge, or basically by next to nothing. Just picking away at the back of that unit there. Right, pull out. And pull back in. It's just fire and retreat now. Hit and run them every time. Victory is finally declared.
Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
I definitely don't want to get... Well, do I want to give them pity? I don't really know. Pity doesn't really play into my equation today. I'd say the Egyptians fought better than they usually do. They caught me off my guard. Well done, Egypt. You managed to get one over me. I won't be so merciful the next time we fight, though. Next time I'll be smarter. I can learn from my mistakes, such as don't deploy your elephants a few miles away where the Egyptians are going to get tempted by them. I suspect it may not have even been the elephants they were after. I think they were targeting Balhano. So I think we should be careful where we place our general when we start these fights. I think the enemy likes to make him a target. Either way, a happy little victory for me today. Or at least a victory. Another victory for the collection, basically. Finish him off for good, please. Or are we letting this guy run? Come on, bring him down. He's just the one loser. Come on. Are we doing that weird thing where we have to build a fence or something to stop him? Is he going to escape, or is he just going to run into a wall of horse asses? There he goes. Must still be someone left as well. Who's left? Ah, there he is. I see you. Right. He wants to chase down this very last unit here, who's actually so insignificant. He doesn't even... Well, yeah, he shows up if I zoom into the maximum level, but yeah. Your unit doesn't even care about you anymore. How tragic is that? Alright, I'm sending someone in to kill him, but yeah, that's it. The Egyptians are defeated today. Excellent news for me. Look at all the dust he's kicking up as well. He is really running fast, isn't he? The pathetic little worm. What were you? A pharaoh's guard. Well, now, I don't think a pharaoh will trust you to guard a fruit basket. And yet, this battle is still not over. Okay. Who's left, and why should I care? I'm just going to chuck speed for good. Come on, everyone out of here now. Everyone out of here. Let's see, any Egyptians left on the field. Can you... Oh, wait, there we are. Just a couple of stragglers just trying to make their way out. Come on. Run faster. I'm trying to... Bloody hell, what run is that? Is that the constipated man or something? Bloody hell. He really is. I think this guy honestly is genuinely constipated. He needs a shit, but he obviously needs to make sure he can do it safe without me shanking him. Come on, out of the battlefield, please. You're preventing me from having my victory message be displayed, so come on. Shift it, lad. Over the line. Come on.
This is a day of victory! Your soldiers have driven off the enemy, and your triumph is complete!
We just got a win today. Average victory, and I will take an average victory, but I kind of think it was a bit more narrow than that. But we didn't lose all the men. We did lose a considerable number today. But at the same time, Captain Alexander is not doing much better. He has been completely shonked down to 260 men. So he may be at the level now where I can just bribe that little problem away. Anyway, the men did perform well if we were caught off guard. Some of the ponies could have done better though, as could some of the Libyans. But overall, a lot of men were trying with this very testing battle.
Glorious victory!
Right, so the Egyptians are still mooching around looking for trouble to cause, but Captain Nakrank is now a little more isolated, so he may be able to be dealt with. First order of business, Balhano, make your way back to Lepsis Magna to pick up reinforcements, please. End of turn report, by the way, reads as we are getting richer by the minute, and we are now more advanced than everyone else. And Himpsil Malaga was born, and then some retinue expansions occurred. I'm not really going to go through those right now. Construction report, by the way, Lemonum has a Grand Bazaar, Carthage a catapult range, Asturica some great estates, Massilla has upgraded its shrine, so let's keep on upgrading. And Conduct Redon and Blacksmith, Batavian Great Estates, Syracuse, a secret police network, Croton, get upgrading your temple to a maximum level. As can you, Rome, and we can start recruiting Sacred Band from Rome very, very soon. Rhodes has also completed its dockyard, so can you start working on the public baths now, please? And also begin recruiting your first Quinquereme as well. Right, I'm very, very happy with that. Recruitment report, by the way, reads as Carthage has a Sacred Band Cavalry, Oscar a Trieme, Demidi some War Elephants, Phapsus a Sacred Band, Scalabus some Peasants, Mediolanium some Heavy Onagers, Batavium some Poetes, Sparta some Sacred Band, Iridium some Long Shield Cavalry, Corinth some Heavy Onagers, Bilazaurus some Long Shield Cavalry, Larissa some Sacred Band, Athens some Sacred Band Cavalry, Thessalonica some Slingers, Tarentum some Sacred Band Cavalry, Croton some Sacred Band Cavalry, Pergamon some Long Shield Cavalry, Halicarnassus some Libyans, a few Triemes built in other places, Cyrene a new assassin, right. So who are you? You are Yupan Elalia. You've got 2 subterfuge points as it stands. So let's see what your chances of killing some people are. Dealing with Shabakata. 21%, right. I expect better out of you. 24% for a captain as well. 25 for this captain. 30 for this captain. I don't think he's going to reach this captain within a turn, no. But do I really want to take the 5% hit? Moving on, Captain Neferret. Oh, actually, no, it's a full green arrow, right. Deal with Captain Neferret to prove your worth to me, please. Then I'll read whatever else is going on. What is this? Ooh, someone's friends with someone. I wish it was Britannia and me. Hell, I hope it isn't Britannia and Egypt, otherwise then I've got a problem. That was a nice little crunch I heard. Thank you for wasting 500 denarii. Right. Slain by bodyguards. Right. Cyrene. You may recruit a new one. Again, you don't know how to count that. I'm doing this for the convenience. Like, recruit a new one, please, but please don't make a complete hash of it this time. And just hire someone. Oh, fuck, right. This could be an issue. Egypt's looking for friends. And then, which friend could be damaging to me? They've beaten me to the punch, really. And I mean, maybe I've been a bit lazy diplomatically, but to be honest, the Britons have never really been very interested in me, but we have an issue. If they've buddied up, there's a chance we could be at war with the Britannians. But then again, in past times I have buddied up with Gaul and then not raised a finger against me, but this could be different. But at the same time, I suspect the Britannians wouldn't really be interested in taking up arms against me, though logically I could be their next conquest for their expansions. But then again, I could easily take them down. If Britain starts a war with me, I don't want to fight. Obviously, I'll fight where we need to fight, but I'm not going aggressive. If they do, we need to find a suitable diplomatic solution, such as bribe the hell out of them. Gelmakat, get yourself in Salamis. Salamis is a capital, apparently, by the way. Wow, Egypt, are you that scared that I was going to take over your homelands? You had to make Salamis the capital? Oh, well. Looks like the faction ruler isn't around now. We just got some losers. Who's this guy, though? Dehumites Neophilopepator. He sounds like very fancy. He is a family member. They all like wearing these fancy hats, by the way, or the terrible Egyptian hat, as I'm going to call them. We know about this guy is a manager, but he's also unlucky. He's also abstemious, by the way. And Nakrank himself, he's also the same. These two sound like the life of a party, really. Right, either way, our forces to attack are approaching. And initiate a blockade of Salamis, by the way. That's going to really knock them off, but it's going to have to happen. Right, Pharaoh, where are we up to with your army? We are 2 turns away. Excellent. Prepare to land your troops. And then, to be honest, once we land, I know what's going to happen. The entire garrison of Salamis is going to pour out and attack me, so in a way, that's kind of what I'm hoping happens. Xenophanes, land your troops, by the way, or land them next turn, because obviously you hate me. Hannibal, keep moving. Don't engage the Britannians on any level. We don't want to do something regrettable. You move in, by the way. I want to blockade Alexandria. I want to really stick it to the Egyptians now. They've annoyed me very, very much. Chermes, you move in and blockade Jerusalem. Or at least find... Oh my god, they've got rebels as well here. Interesting. Looks like the rebels... I mean, well, the Egyptians have an issue dealing with brigands. But then again, I have brigands roaming around my lands, but to be honest, I deal with them... Well, I deal with them when I can be bothered, really. Also, I've got some big armies on the way. Captain Shabakta's bringing a lot. As is Captain Tios, he's getting bigger. Then again, it looks like they've just emptied the garrison of Ankara. I say let the Egyptians come. Let them come, because what I know is going to happen is they're going to really fuck up once they try and attack one of my cities. And I sally forth, because to be honest, that was embarrassing what happened the last time that had to happen. Right, let's try and make some moves. We have to make the diplomatic moves a little later on. Where is Chryseres, by the way? I don't recall spotting him anywhere. And he must be somewhere. Mutinis is carrying him. Keep moving, lad. Come on. Mutinis, keep moving. Right, how long now? 2 turns until we land, so... It's going to be pretty much Salamis and then Sidon in one go. Either way, victory is now getting closer and closer and closer, but we still have many fights against the Egyptians before we can obtain victory. Right, let's do some moves before anything, and I think I see a few more rebels popping up. I don't know if I saw any or if I'm just lying to myself, but... Right, Amilcus Volubis, let's give your army a test drive against Captain Nakrank. I don't have a full readout on what he's doing, so you, Milkarim, can you move in a little closer and spill the beans on his army composition? We have got quite a few Nubians, quite a lot of Pharaoh's bowmen, a few Pharaoh's guard. It's quite more of a balanced Egyptian army, actually. This one may be a bit more competent in the field. They do have some artillery as well. Okay, Amilcus, I accept their challenge. Move in and do what you can. Elephants are going to have a hard time, though, against all those bowmen, but let's see what we can do. Try and do it as efficiently as possible as well, for I suspect the Egyptians will retaliate in kind. Right, so it is a 5-to-4 strength ratio in my favour. We are outnumbered by 17 men. and we've already really been through it. So there are a few Numidians, but let's face it, they're pretty weak. 4 Pharaoh's Guard, they're going to be a bugger to deal with. I do have mercenary hoplites who are on a level, and I only have 3 sacred bands. I also, why did I bring these losers? Oh well. Yeah. We need to just be careful with our phalanx units. We definitely need to make sure the flank gets in quite quickly, mainly the elephant attack. Let's hope that the Egyptians are a little clumsy, but since I'm on the aggression, they may hold their position, which may buy me time to play the missile attrition game again and really hemorrhage their numbers before we get in there. So let's see how we can make that work in our favour by initiating a battle and, well, wishing myself and obviously Amilcus the best of luck, because Amilcus, let's face it, you're becoming quite the general now. Bring me another victory, please.
Victory is near at hand! If all do their duty, we will profit from today. Bend your backs to your tasks, and all will be well! Now set your minds to the task in hand. Mark your target, strike hard, leave the fallen, go forward with courage!
Okay. Courage and forwards and... Look, men, all I'm going to ask you is... Don't balls it up for me, please. Okay, let's make our formation. It's a bit hilly again today. I would suspect... Well, let me say this. If it was me commanding the opposition, I'd be putting myself on this hill. But this is Egypt we're facing, so they're probably going to deploy over here somewhere. But I'm going to go in my higher judgment and say the Egyptians may probably deploy on that hill, so it'd be an idea if we could try and take that for our own. By the way, Poenis, who are of only 3 men, go there and leave me alone, because, yeah, I can't remember why I put you in this army, but I probably wasn't thinking straight at the time. Right, Sacred Band, you are the centre of my formation, as usual, because you are going to be where we are going to probably be taking the most pressure. So we're going to put ourselves here, and we're once more going for a relatively chunky formation, because that tends to work a little better for us. Poenis, you're on this flank, by the way, and Mercs, you are on this flank. We're going to try and make our formation defensive initially. I don't have any artillery, by the way, so that means I'm in a little bit of a predicament in terms of that I'm going to have to come forward relatively earlier than I usually do. I'm going to put you two in a group, by the way, just for my purposes at this second in time. Skirmishes, you're here, and Iberians, you're in reserve. Libyans, make sure you are watching these flanks, by the way, like an absolute hawk. So let's make sure we're covered here. The enemy actually does pretty much lack mobile units and chariots, so that's our advantage to us. That makes up for the lack of artillery, actually. But at the same time, we must still be very wary of where they are moving all that lovely, well, annoying garbage. Right. That's pretty much every unit dealt with now. I'm going to put you two in the back. This is like looking like some sort of crab now, our formation. But yeah, you've all got your orders. You've all got your formations. We're going to try and bring the enemy down with missiles first. Failing that, we'll go in with the swords. But for now, I've deployed you in a defensive formation just in case the Egyptians want to get aggressive, because they do outnumber us. So that may be enough to... I mean, I know it's only by 17 bloody men, but let's face it. They do like to try and blow up the smallest advantage into, well, overdrive. So that's why we've got to always be wary. They are, let's face it, wilier than your average one-dimensional Roman. And I actually did deploy where I thought a wiser man would deploy, so looks like they're becoming more intelligent than I give them credit for. Still, this is it. I will actually going to say now, I'm a little worried about facing this army. It's more balanced than usual. This means the Egyptians are going to be much more effective in combat today. But then again, I think that's just my attitude towards fighting battles. I am a very balanced person. I always prefer the balanced build rather than a specialised build, because that's just me. I like to make sure all bases are covered, really. I mean, if you ever fight me on, like, well, Thrones of Britannia, which I have been indulging some multiplayer on, basically... Every time I play, I've always basically got a little bit of everything in my army. I've got, you know, I've got my damage dealer, my line infantry, my missiles, my cavalry, my counter cavalry. Basically, you know, a little bit of everything to keep to keep everything running smoothly, to make sure I don't have any weaknesses, but obviously this can sometimes be a little bit of a disadvantage when you play that bastard who always picks for Norse and spams a million John Vikings, who are overpowered as balls. I don't even know why I made this formation, by the way, because the Egyptians are just going to go really for the straight and narrow. And they're bringing that artillery in as well, and I think it's going to prepare to fight. And actually, we're just going to... Right, they're going to hit us with archers. Guys, get into position and prepare to move forward. I'm not standing around and allowing us to be attrition by missiles. Elephants, move it! Fuck. That is annoying. Right, elephants have gone. They've gone. Right, this is not lucky. This is very unfortunate. They've gone off on one. I don't like executing elephants. Right, guys, we need to get into formation now. We need to prepare to... We need to go full on aggressive. The Egyptians are using their artillery cleverly for once. And they are... Oh my god, they're getting hits. Right. Slingers, I don't even have time for you to do your usual... Oh, wait. Hang on, this may come into our advantage. They're slowing down. Right, Slingers, get some firings off. And, oh no, these guys are fucked. Get out of battle now. Get out of battle now. Right. Elephants, I don't want to execute you, but it may come to that. It honestly may come to that. Right, Slingers, prepare to shoot. Looks like bringing my cavalry up to actually put them into a little bit of disarray, so... I think I've bought myself some time, but at the same time, we need to be super cautious now. The Egyptians are playing hardball now. They are really, really trying to put some thumb screws on. Right, hit anything that's called a Nubian spearman. They're your targets. Don't bother with the Pharaoh's Guard. They're too well armoured. Right, what have we got over here? Skirmishes. Cavalry, I need you to pull into those skirmishes and wipe them out. We've got them lured away at least. And the artillery is still looking for a way. They're going for the Pompeius line now, which is the coin. Well, the term I coin still, which is they're deploying very, very wide. They're trying to make themselves look big, and I just heard something attempt to engage. What's it? Oh, it's me engaging over there. Right. Ooh, hello. The Egyptians are falling back. They're not falling back for good, but they are bringing their formation back a little bit. Skirmishers, keep it up. I'm seeing quite a few dead Nubians over there. I'm also seeing quite a few dead skirmishers. What are you engaging now? Pharaoh's bowmen, right. Lads, you know those guys can be a little sticky dickies in full-on melee combat, so let's keep the formation. Oh, that was a general. Kill him. I'm gonna get greedy. Kill the general. We may be able to bring this into our favour now. If he goes down, the Egyptian army may go into a full-on rout. And actually all running to his rescue now as well. That's fine. Let them try and rescue their precious general. Come on. I think we're having some fun chasing him around. Oh, there he goes.
The gods! The enemy general was a fool! He sacrificed himself rather than
cavalry.
his men to a dignified defeat.
I think you've got a very big advantage right now. It looks like the Egyptians are just sending random units to try and kill you. So, keep up. One of you pull into those skirmishes, by the way, and one of you deal with Pharaoh's bowmen. Either way, we've got the Egyptians panicking. They are getting very, very, very disorganised now. I think we may have just pulled off a nice little tactical victory on them now, which was kind of accidental because I didn't really realise that. Well, you know, I sent the cavalry up there, but you know, I always send my cavalry up there. But it looks like we have successfully countered the Pompeius line. You lot, by the way, try and deal with those guys, you know, and we have managed to overcome the hindrance that is losing our elephants. Right, how are we doing over here? Let's pull out of that fight because I'm seeing quite a few of you are dying and this long shield carry unit is now getting very depleted. Luckily their morale is holding out better than usual, but we need to get another charge into those Pharaoh's bowmen to finish them off. Right, and while we're over here, Slingers, skirmish away please. Looks like the enemy's getting sick of our shit, so come on. Off we go. Managed to get an entire 1 second of engagement there, and I think... Oh, wait, they're routed. Guys, you actually managed to knock over one of my slingers, nearly kill him, and you still run away. You guys really are pathetic. Right, what's going on over here? I've lost some of my long shield. That's fine. These long shields are performing far better than they usually do, so let's take advantage of that while that is still a thing. How are we doing over here? Looks like you're giving them some trouble, but Form the Cantabrian Circle, please. I'm not really too sure what the best use of it is, but for now, just do it because then that means I can micromanage you a little less. Right. That was your last volley, lads. Pull back, please. There's a Pharaoh's Guard, and they're in a bad mood. Right. You get some more shots out against the Pharaoh's Guard. Long shield. You just continue to absolutely outdo yourselves. Elephants have left the field at this point, by the way. That's good. We'll deal with them another day, but that was pretty tragic what happened. I probably did deploy them a bit too close, but I'm so used to the enemy being very lazy with their artillery that it didn't really occur to me that they do anything, but that artillery is staring me down now. They're going to start opening fire any minute, right? Guys, keep it up. Try and lure them towards a unit of Sacred Band. Sacred Band, try and get in position now. You, chase down those guys. Slingers, get out of there. You're about to be engaged. Get yourselves out of there. Sacred Band, move in. They're yours to deal with now. Slingers, deal with once we're running away. Sacred Band, your angle of attack is absolutely perfect right now. You're going to hit them on the flank. You're going to catch them off balance. You're going to give them some harm. You start moving in and play with the Desert Axes. They're always a fun target. And it looks like the Egyptians are going to try and get out of this engagement. They're going to try and reposition themselves, but that's fine by me. Right. What do we do now? Well, first things first, Sacred Band Cavalry, we need you ready and roaring to go. So, can I get you on this flank, please? Because we've got Egyptians incoming. They're breaking their formation up now, which is a little bit more advantageous to myself. Mercenaries, I want you helping out back here, by the way. General, let's get you maybe advancing on an angle that's a little less silly. Right. Those guys are on the run. We've done a very good job there. Sacred Band, return to the line, please. Mercenaries, return to the line. I'm sorry to disturb you. Slingers, focus fire on bringing down whatever's running off over here. You lot keep hitting those Pharaoh's Guard. You're doing fantastic right now. And guys, we're out of ammo now, so let's stop playing Ring Around the Roses because you're just going to wear yourselves out. For now, can you just await further orders? I may need you to charge something down, but for now I don't really have any orders for you, so just hold your positions. Right, I think the Egyptians are turning away now. They're going to start running off. They're already being pushed to the extreme by me, so having my long shields maybe just pull back a little bit, just because I think the Egyptians are still trying to find an excuse to kill them, because, well, let's face it, those long shields have caused the Egyptians no end of problems today. But at the same time, they just keep coming back and forth, and I think it's beginning to affect their stamina, actually, so I am cool with that. Anyway, we're going to get a few hits out on the onagers as well, the onager engineers, who are being, well, killed. Try and hit the Pharaoh's bowmen now. They're going to try and get some shots out on us, so let's just disrupt them. What are we shooting over here? What have we got? Pharaoh's Guard, Pharaoh's Guard, Pharaoh's Guard, Nubians. Right. Pick on that Pharaoh's Guard who's already weak, and let's try and get that one wiped out once and for all now. You lot get behind and prepare to attack. Let's bring this map a little more zoomed in. They've made up a Payas line, like I've already said, but let's face it, we are now disrupting it quite nicely. Right, Slingers, pull back. You got Pharaoh's Guard incoming. Let's try and lure them into something that's regrettable. You lot, I would recommend you pull back as well, because you have got incoming. Slingers are just about at the end of their line today, by the way. But, you know what? I think what we should do next is, if the Egyptians try and reform and make a new Payas line, I think we should bring in the skirmishes and have them have a go at it, because basically we'll just kill them with missiles again. Just kill them with missiles before we even engage. Right, Slingers, get a few shots in, please. Right, they're really trying those Slingers, but right. Slingers, get yourselves over there. Right, what's incoming over there? Pharaoh's Guard, right. Sacred Band, move in to engage. Poenis will support. You, move in to engage. Poenis will support. You lot. Oh. Yeah, I was going to say get out of that engagement, but you managed to make these guys rout instantly. You guys must be like huffing some sort of magic scare powder or something. Alright, General, finish them off. You lot, I'd say get out of there, but to be honest, I'm kind of half expecting those Pharaoh's Guards to turn tail and run. By the way, guys, you're doing an excellent job. Oh, wow, we bring down loads. Right, Libyans. I'm just getting a little worried about we're going to start hitting our men, but these guys are very good at finding their angles, so, you did a very good job there, Libyans. You basically just wiped that entire unit out. You guys, yeah, I'm a little worried that you're going to do some friendly fire. Can you just hold your fire for 2 seconds, just because I don't want to have a load of my men die. Right. Slingers, Focus fire on the Pharaoh's bowmen. Where are my other slingers, by the way? Where are you? You're over here, right? Come up and play with the Pharaoh's guard or something. What have we got left? Right, General, you know what? I'm going to go whole hog. Get in there and have a go at them. Numidians, can you lend him a hand, please? Long shields, start making your way back towards the battlefield, please. There we go, we got about him routed. Right, General, buddy up with the Numidians. We're gonna start picking on anything that's weak and basically on the extreme end of the line. Right, what's going on here now? I've got my Sacred Band engaging quite successfully. I've got some Nubians looking to cause trouble. Right. Libyans, I want you to move forward. I'm going to find you an engagement. By the way, oh, you guys went out quite far. Right. Ponies, I need you out there supporting them because I don't want them to get caught short. Right. Slingers who are out of ammo, please exit the battlefield. You've done a fantastic job today, but please go home. Give yourselves a good rest. You lot finish off the Pharaoh's bowmen. You lot as well, once you're out of ammo, please just get yourselves home. Have a rest. Enjoy a very fine jug of wine or something. You've outdone yourselves. Right, how are we doing against those Pharaohs? But God, we're gonna outdo him. Right, Libyans, move in. Give those Nubian spearmen something to worry about. You lot, move in and support my phalanx, please. They're in a bit of trouble. You lot could also maybe try and get in there and move in and provide some support, please. But I want to take down those onagers, but let's face it, they are too well guarded at the minute. But I'm going to try and move my cavalry and get some support going. Right, slingers are somehow just fucking doing it. Right, Libyans are out of ammo. Right, Libyans, get out of there. Right, let's try and make our line now. So, you lot, can we move up and prepare our battle line to finish this job off? Well, the Egyptians are falling back anyway. Right, we've done it. We've absolutely fucking done it today. Right, lads, move in for kills on anything that's running. Just be wary of spears because they will still fight back, but it's looking like today is a fantastic little victory against the Egyptians. We have managed to strategically outdo them, and to be honest, that is pretty good because this was a little bit more of a hairy battle given what they were bringing against me. But you know what? We've done a very good job. We have brought them to heel, and well, I think it will be a little message to them that even if you are going to try and reform your armies and try and learn from your mistakes, Egypt, I'm going to adapt to your learnings and make sure you don't get any advantage over me. You may have thought you were successful getting that original setback and killing some of my elephants, but you know what? I didn't even need the elephants anyway. I just bring them around just to make the battle end faster. Alright, long shields, get yourselves out of there. I think we may let the Egyptians go today. I didn't even get my Sacred Band cavalry in here, but you know what? There's too many things with spears just kicking around, and I'm a little scared of them. Unless I send a general. General, you can go in, because you're like the human atom bomb for me. You can go and chase down whatever's left over there, please, because, yeah. But, yeah. We've pretty much slammed this army down. To be honest, I'm going to send my diplomat to bribe away whatever's left, because, yeah. We have really socked it to Egypt this time on this battle. I mean, we say that a lot, but you know what? This time especially, I really have socked it to them. They have been absolutely decimated today. My losses are honestly at the bare minimum, I believe. Yeah, I lost less than a quarter of my men. They've lost just about everything. Get wrecked, Egypt, is all I'm going to say today, because, yeah. You may be my final boss, and you may be thinking you're clever and trying to make yourselves mates with Britannians, which is something I really should have been more on top of. But if I can overcome what you're throwing at me, because on balance you're supposed to be a better faction, I don't think the Britannians will be a problem. Especially when I go and meta everything my previous experiences with the Britannians and remember how easily I defeated them the last time I dealt with them. Alright, looks like we're having that situation where we're playing fucking horse shuffleboard, so this guy's going to get away, but I don't care. Let him live for now. He'll die in the deserts.
Victory is sweet indeed.
Victory is very sweet indeed, especially when you basically wipe out Captain Nakrank to within an inch of his life, and he's dead anyway. And we managed to come out with basically only 500 losses, so brilliant. And the general, yep, bringing in nearly 600 kills. You did very well. But slingers, 351 kills. Take a lovely little bow. Where are my other slingers? 332. Slingers, you're excellent. Long shield, you're excellent. Sacred band, you're good. Syrian cavalry, I didn't use you, so don't worry about it. Did my elephants somehow get kills by the way? No, they didn't. Good, because I would not want the elephants to have suddenly got kills, because when I realised they've basically been going around wiping out all my men. Right, good job, good job. Another battle won, another army taken down. I'll bribe away whatever's left unless we're asking for like the earth. Oh wait, they've been wiped out of existence. Excellent job, Amilcus. Now I would recommend you potentially pull yourself back a little bit, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want you to be caught out by these guys. My only concern is I don't mind fighting defensively against the Egyptians, but I don't want you to basically be in a situation where you're going to be fighting off like 3 armies at once. That's where things are going to get a little bit too testing for yourself. In terms of merging men up, it doesn't really seem to be much opportunity, but then again, we didn't really lose that many men. So for now, I'm going to have your men be as they were. Cyrene, I need to get your garrison out and moving soon, but for now you can hold position, because we've got 2 fresh armies coming in to join us, so that's going to be good for us. Right, so we're done over here for now. Let's make sure we're done everywhere else. We've moved all our fleets around, so we're good there. So let's admin the turn and then get ready to counteract anything that tries to attack me back. Kydonia, you are fine. Rhodes, you are fine. Halicarnassus, let's start recruiting one more long shield, please. Sardis, done. Pergamon, pick up a Pergamon, by the way. Long shield and do that. Nicomedia, you are fine, but I did get that Trieme. Right, Trieme, can you go and have a little wander around? Find out what the sitch is. Sinope is pretty weak, by the way. It looks vulnerable to an attack, but Sinope is a little bit too far away for me to be interested in, because that's going to be a bit of a div to defend, so I'm maybe not. I need to be wary of the Britannians' moves, by the way. Bilazora, I have a job for you. Can you recruit a spy? I want to be wary of the Britannians' movements, so I want to make sure that we are keeping tabs on them, just in case. Right, Sparta, you need to do some more recruitment, so let's work on some cavalry. Corinth, you need to work on some cavalry too. Athens, we're having a little bit of a sitch here, aren't we? We're a bit unhappy, but if we switch to growth build policy, you'll be doing just fine. Right, start working on some additional Sacred Band, please. Larissa, let's work on some more Sacred Band. Thessalonica, looks like we've got the same thing here, and it isn't going to be resolved easily. Right. And I did want your men to go out and do some hunting as well today, but that's going to happen anyway. Right, you lot, can we get out and can we deal with Captain Apison quickly? Thessalonica, just try and just, you know, think positive thoughts, really, is all I'm going to say. Right, we're going to run away, but we'll be able to deal with it and basically get back and home in time for tea. Right, so what are we fighting? 2 peasants and a militia. I think I brought way too many men, but when you have that question mark over, I have to be wary that it could be something a little stronger. So, by the way, a dead enemy smell always smells good. Right, does that mean the enemy's wearing deodorant to battle or something?
This night we will feast and drink to celebrate victory.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about that, because we are already just basically out on a patrol. We are on an anti-rebel patrol. Slingers, once more, this is your opportunity to come in and shine. You guys are basically the overkill for today. Let's just get on with it, and the enemy has naturally deployed at the very back of the map. Right. Get in there and deal with those militias, please. They're not very good at hiding, so I'm not really bothered about that. Cavalry, get on the flank, and basically everyone just get in there, deal with what needs to be dealt with, kill them all, and then I can continue thinking up new plans to conquer the Egyptians. And I guess I could carry on ragging on about it, but I am genuinely a little concerned that we could be dealing with a war with the Britannians. Luckily, I have kept my frontier towns relatively well defended, but even then, it's many peasants, town militia. I think as a precautionary protocol, I'm going to restart recruitment in any towns bordering Britannia. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that they're going to attack me just because they've formed an alliance with the Egyptians, but I need to be wary. I don't want to be caught off guard, because the last thing I want is to lose provinces to, you know, barbarians. So, let's just ensure we are in a position where we are ready to deal with what needs to be dealt with. By the way, no skirmishing from you lot. Get in there and just get the kills. Poenis are not far behind you. They will basically be lined up and they will provide you with support. Right, we've opened fire. Poenis, hold it there. You're fine. Right, cavalry, just be on their rear flank and be ready to do what you need to do. Slingers, we're just picking on the militia hoplites because let's face it, they're an easy kill all the time. So you keep doing what you need to do. Looks like they're more interested in my general than anything, which is always hilarious. So, right, guys, get moving because we've got some random peasants charging in, thinking they can try and, well, magnetize us. Right, guys, I don't want you in that engagement. Just get moving. Just get out of there because the militia hoplites are just trying to ensnare you. Go pick on those isolated peasants. Slingers, get a shift on. Keep dealing with those militia hoplites. They're your target right now. Keep getting some stones in there, please. So you're already considerably weak in their formation, but you're also probably going to kill all those squishy peasants now, so that's always fun.
This general is the perfect
Oh, that was a
enemy.
general they left isolated, by the way. So, well done. I don't know. Do we really need to kill him? He's already made a tactical dumb move by letting his men wander off.
The gods smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose hard.
Right, he's dealt with. Right, move in and deal with what those peasants over there. You lot keep on picking on the militia hoplites, basically. Just keep on doing it, right. And pull yourselves out now, Sacred Band, because I don't want you being attacked by those militias. That's all I want you to avoid, right. Hold your position, rest up. Slingers, keep chasing them, keep giving them shit, basically. I think they're actually just leaving the battlefield now. I think they actually just can't be bothered anymore, so they're just running away. I mean, we're gonna, I mean, oh my God, this is... Slingers, finish them.
Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
I think they're gonna escape, right? Let them go. They're not worth it. That was embarrassing what they did there. Never turn your back on a slinger. It's always fatal. Hey, good job, slingers, by the way. You're good at your jobs.
Victory lies in your grasp, and there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
Right, let's get you lot back to base and try and suppress any riots that are attempting to take place in Thessalonica, please, because I don't want that to be really a thing. But maybe getting rid of the rebels helps a little bit, but it doesn't really. But we're working on that secret police network, so that's always good for us. Right, recruit some additional Poeni, please, in order to keep the people suppressed, but I may go for a peasant drive as well. And that'll keep us going for now, right. Vilazora, you're doing that spy. Larissa, by the way, I want your troops to move out and deal with Captain Pirate, so go do that. Don't recruit Sacred Band for now, recruit some slingers just to keep you on the straight and narrow and try not to rebel. But I could probably just stack up a load of peasants as well, but that might just keep things okay. Yeah, peasant stacking always works. Except don't make it peasant stacking, make it Libyan spear stacking or something, because I like Libyan spears, right? Actually no, even don't do that. Do Poeni stacking, stack Poenis. I can afford it, so yeah, I can just stack some Poeni. There we go, Poeni stacking, right. Good all over here. Batavium, let's get you working on another useful project. So let us recruit some additional Poenis, please. Arimnium, let us recruit some Sacred Band. How long are we on Capua now? 6 turns. Tarentum, we are going to recruit some additional slingers. Croton, more slingers. And how are we doing over here? Admiral Philosia is now on the move. And I think that really is everyone on the move in terms of army, so that's all goody gumdrops. Right. Sagesta, you're fine. Captain Zeuxis, you're bringing in my peasants, so you're heading those guys up to Levarthum. Levarthum, just in the interest of your personal safety... Oh, wait, your recruitment option's a bit bad. Right, we need to work on military buildings ASAP, please. Alicia, can we start recruiting some more viable units, by the way, and start upgrading the walls as well? Maybe upgrading walls is going a bit overkill, but let's face it, if it means that battalions do come a knocking, I'll have ages to wait before the town surrenders. Luxembourg is also going to recruit some additional things just to keep things safe and start working on a secret police network. Basila, you're recruiting anyway because I need to deal with those local rebels who are just getting in my way. Mediolanium, let's work on some Sacred Band, please. And there's nothing really to build, so we're absolutely fine there. And, oh yeah, I dealt with those other rebels. Yeah, I think we're pretty much rebel-free at this point, apart from Captain Pirate, but he'll be dealt with soon. Nabomatis, you're fine. Lamonum, we've got a little case of assaults going on. Let's switch out to a growth build policy to make things A-OK. And if you want, work on a secret police HQ to try and suppress any nastiness. Conduct Redonum, you retrain whatever you recently lost. Or at least I think it's because we upgraded our gear. And we're now working on that Governor's Villa. Right. By the way, you. On board with Captain Acker. On board with Balhano, please. Like, go on, you can do it. There you go. Right. Off to Africa with ye. We'll see you down there. Right. Captain Adamantus, by the way, you're heading for Carthago Nova. You get in Carthago Nova and take over the government of the town. Taxes are low, by the way, but that's fair enough because we're not really in much favour with the peaks anyway, so yeah, keep them low. At least we're making money. And also begin recruiting an onager, please. Right. Corduba, you may just continue with recruitment of Sacred Band Cavalry. Oscar, you may consider the recruitment of Sacred Band. Numantia, you're fine. Asturica, you can start well, let's just do it this way first. We may as well just start replacing everyone who's died in that plague. I will disband anyone who is of way below capacity, because I may be able to just get away with some disbandments now because the public order has more or less balanced out, so that's fine by me. Right, let's keep this up. Let's get you guys dealt with and get you guys disbanded. Let's get you guys sorted out. Let's get you guys... Oh wait, you don't need to be disbanded just yet. There we go. Right, disband these 5. And yeah, right, that's the garrison reformed. I mean, it's just really a case of re-recruiting those 2, and then we can just keep on doing what we're doing. Let's work on a merchant's quarter, please, in Asturica, by the way. Scalabis, you're disappointing me again. But get a few more peasants and you may be able to redeem yourselves. Right, Tingy, you're fine, because yeah, we're building recruiting. Cirta, we're fine. Carthage, let's see what we can do. Let's work on a scriptorium, because I'm guessing we may be raising another generation of bloody people, so let's try and keep them up to par. Let's also recruit some additional Sacred Band Cavalry. Thapsus, let's get recruiting some more cavalry, please. Lepsis Magna, you are fine. You lot are moving. Demidi, let's recruit some more cavalry, please. Right, that's everything dealt with. Everyone's administrated, everyone's happy. Now we can prepare for the next turn and hope that the Britannians don't declare war on us. So without further ado, wait, are you done? Yeah, Xenophanes is done. So without further ado, let us move on to the next turn.